No, that's the pot countdown. Uncle Frank.
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing today, man? You know, it's been a long week, and we trying to get this thing together. You know, everything, man. We've been enjoying ourselves with these sports. It's that time of the season again, man. But you know, that was yesterday. Today we gotta be a little bit more serious. Um, we enjoyed the fight. We enjoyed the game. We enjoyed the camaraderie together. Somebody with that red hat on didn't show up, but other than that, man, it was a real memorable event. And I'm Uncle Frank, man, and Cash, y'all gonna introduce yourself, man. Talk to the people.
Well, I'm OGJ, man. You know, it's French we. Yeah, we did have a good discussion yesterday. Got our picks in and stuff like that. I'm drinking on that yin yang thing, that upper and down. And, I had Malibu last time. This Bombay gin and Monster. Don't tell me
Hey,
why.
Mm, damn.
Yeah,
Boy,
yeah,
you drinking gin on hump day. I ain't mad at you, bro.
yeah. Well, I got a half a gallon of Bombay. Somebody got to drink it, you know.
mhm.
But I'm knowing
All
alcoholic.
right,
You get what
man.
I'm saying?
All right. What's up, everybody? It's your favorite Uncle Lou. Yeah, I want to second that, man. We had a fantastic weekend. Watching the fight, fellowshipping, cutting up as we always do. Football, man. We had a great. I mean, believe it or not, the state of Georgia, city of Atlanta, I think everybody went undefeated. Georgia State, uh,
Georgia
Falcons,
Southern.
Georgia Tech,
Yeah,
Georgia Southern, University of
Atlanta
Georgia,
Dream.
the
Atlanta
Atlanta
Dream.
Dream. Yeah, yeah, it
Yeah.
was a good
God
weekend
damn.
for sports, man. Yeah, it was a good weekend for sports. Looking forward to tomorrow, kicking it off, where we got the Bills in Miami. But we ain't gonna talk about sports tonight. I just want to, reiterate what Uncle Frank spoke on. And tonight, man, I think we got like two or three good topics that we're gonna speak on, and everybody's gonna give their honest opinions. I
Oh,
got at the end, I got a little extra question for the fellas. We'll so about 15 minutes, 20
Jesus
minutes at
Christ.
the end. Holla at me.
Yes, sir. Sound like a plan.
All
Come
right,
on, Triple
I'm
OG.
it's OG Vincent Watts over here. OG Vincent in the house. Y'all gotta excuse me because I'm stuffing my face. A little late dinner, but I'm drinking on a little coconut rum with some orange juice in it, orange
Mm.
pineapple mix. Yeah,
Ain't nothing
pretty
wrong with it.
good
Ain't
drink.
nothing wrong
Pretty
with it.
good
That's my
drink.
You
thing. Coconut water.
you feeling real tropical today, ain't
Hey, tropical, tropical.
You feeling fruity, huh?
you?
Ain't that
Hmm.
right, Tori?
Going on with that bull now. Come on now. I
Hey,
like
Yeah,
rum.
there you go. There you
I
go.
like
There you go.
Malibu now.
Pause.
Don't mess
hey,
with my boo, man.
hey, that's another fruit, brother.
I like my boo now. Come on now. No, leave my boo
That's
alone. My
what.
Malibu.
That's why I want to put on my goddamn t-shirt. Y'all motherfuckers, boy, I tell you.
Hey, but hey, that's the question, Tori. Are men drinking more fruity drinks nowadays than they did in back in the day? Tori, you don't drink nothing without no color in it, brother. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Introduce yourself,
Uh
Triple OG.
To start this off, as we get started, I'm Triple OG,
oh.
and as you said, I'm keeping it a little simple. I'm just drinking a little juice, trying to get back on this grind. As Lewis, to jump off what Lewis said, it's a great week for Georgia. Great week for the Falcons. We can continue on. That's all I have.
You know who it is, Mr. Peter, man, with the plan. And I say, fuck the NFL. I'm still on my fuck the NFL for this season. I hope everybody lose. I hope y'all starting quarter. We don't already got a couple injuries, huh? I hope all y'all starting quarterback go down in week 5.
God damn.
Damn,
Motherfucker.
man,
Wait,
he
Joe Burrow?
Motherfucker.
So
he
what?
hate.
Well, Justin, how many people hurt? You got
Boy,
Justin,
We gonna blitz the hell out of Rogers Sunday. We gonna blitz the hell out of Rogers.
I don't care.
Old ass.
Hey, take him out. Tear that other Achilles, brother. Tear that other Achilles out. They should have
All
got
right,
some.
we ain't on football now.
Hey,
Come on,
tear
go
everybody
somewhere
out
else.
to do a starter. That's all I'm saying. He should do a
Hey,
starter.
Yeah,
you know
cause
his
somebody need a
quarterback.
hug in this group. God
Hey,
damn,
I hope
somebody need a
everybody got to
hug.
go to their third string quarterback. I hope the third string quarterback.
Sound like somebody was on
Yeah.
style.
He on,
Damn, man,
That's
come
what I'm
on,
saying,
man.
bro.
he on some shit today for real. God
I'm just
damn.
saying, bro. Oh, and I'm just drinking water. Them baby kids have stressed me this week, brother. I'm saving all my drinking for this weekend. 'Cause they don't know it, but I ain't coming back to this one particular school. They bamboozled me this week, but I ain't never coming back. I got 2
Damn.
more days with them. After that,
Come
Hey,
on,
look here.
Super P. Come on,
What you
Super
gonna
P.
tell them? Hey, put principal principal on the phone. Look at here.
hey, put them
Ain't
on the
never
phone.
coming back.
Yeah, I ain't never coming back.
Come on, Super
Mm-mm.
P. Y'all remember
That's
Super
right.
D? Yeah,
Yeah, they
Super
just
P.
got me. They just got me for today, bro. I'm just telling you. Yesterday,
Damn.
bro, I'm telling you. I think we talked about this off air. I told them this class they do A day and B day. So the kids I seen today I didn't see yesterday, but I'm gonna see them tomorrow and all day. I'm gonna be. I already gave some heads up. I was like, I don't rock with y'all no more. Y'all took me through too much. Little girl. Now, end of the day, little girl playing around. Somehow she don't hurt her foot. Bro, she don't fall. She laying down in the hallway acting like she can't walk. So I got to call the nurse. The nurse, the assistant principal got to come down here, and they got to wheelchair her to the front office and, call a parent. Damn, and she didn't just skip her little happy ass in there this morning like ain't nothing happened. I was like, hell no, man. I was like, you was about to die last week. Yesterday you was about to die. Now oh no, Shotty, don't you move. You sit right there and don't you move, not all day.
She
So,
wanted a little early dismissal. That's
bro,
all
it was
that
the end of the
was.
day. It was the end of the
Oh
day.
damn.
They had to call her parents to come pick her up because she was a bus rider. I was like, you tripping. So I already
Wow.
gave them heads up. But I ain't told them I ain't coming back. They're gonna find that out tomorrow and Friday. But
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Bro, you really jumped out there with that one. I was not expecting you to say none of that.
Oh no,
Because
brother. I'm just telling you, brother.
you got the best temperament of everybody on the podcast. And if you can't deal with it, Jesus.
Bro, I can't even blame the kids all the way. I blame the parents. I gotta blame the parents. Louis, I know you say the teachers be lazy, bro, but I promise you, I'm on the front line. I spend so much time, and I'm a substitute, so they know I only got so much limited power. So
Right.
I'm on the front lines and I spend so much time trying to get them to act right. That even the kids who want to participate or learn, I feel like I'm neglecting them because these little, badasses just want attention. They just want to disrupt everything. So again, I feel sorry for the kids who are in the middle, who sit there and know how to act like they got some sense. But the crazy part is the little bad ones, bro, they just keep trying to come back. They be trying to sneak in my class. No, do not come in here. I don't want you in here. So they ain't getting no hint,
The
brother.
sad thing about it with the little kids, all the work you put in the school, if the parents don't enforce it when they get home, it's just gonna be the same
Yeah.
old thing over and over, repeated cycle.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is.
Ain't gonna do no good.
It is, brother. So, like I said, my time at this particular school is over. In 2 more days, I promise you, I'm filter them out all of my assignments going forward. So,
Boy, you ain't like it's the last day of school back in the day.
hey,
Yeah,
it
we
is
got
for
2 more
me.
days. That's it.
I got 2 more. I'm
Summer
counting it
over
down.
with.
Hey, for me,
It's time for
it's the
summer
last.
break.
It is. It's summer break because I ain't never going back to that school. And again,
Wow.
I can't see
Man.
the kids are horrible. It's just, and I think I talked about it too. It's just for me, it's difficult for me to keep trying to go and pour into kids who, first of all, who don't appreciate it, who don't recognize it, and who are not taking advantage of it. So I don't want to sit there and lecture them all the time. I can put my energy into the kids who want that, who are open to that, who got the discipline and self control to deal with that. And I'm gonna focus on
Okay,
those
baby,
kids.
I'll see you
I
later. I
hate
love
to
you.
yeah, I hate to throw them other ones to the side, but y'all said some of them we got to sacrifice some of them for the betterment of the others. So I'm gonna have to sacrifice those for the ones that I see who, you know, are trying or attempting to do something, and I feel bad um for it, but at the same time, I gotta protect my
Yeah.
own peace at the same time.
Right.
I don't want to become one of those teachers y'all see on the TV and swung on one of these little boys. Or, you know what I'm saying? I don't want
Right.
to get to that point where, you know, I'm mad at them, angry at them all the time. So I would just put my focus
Mm-hmm.
in on those who, you know, who
So
open to
so
it.
so bro, how did you manage to transfer your mind mentally from finance to teaching? How could
Well,
you even what how do they correlate?
because I mean, it is all a lot of mental thing, and I've been in management and leadership a long time too. So it's all similar in that anybody know who got direct reports, they like children too. It's like you have to manage those relationships. You got to some of them you got to speak to them every month, or they got to. I mean, every morning, or they got an attitude. Some of them you can leave them alone. They do what they're supposed to do. You ain't got to bother. Some of them you got to spend all your time stay on their ass in order for them to do what they're supposed to do. And then some of them you got to get rid of them. So it's
Mm-hmm.
for me, it's the same mentality um, that I'm transferring to the kids. It's just it seems like more of them don't have the discipline or the self control that most adults have. So that's the difference. Most adults do have self control, but they still got those same little attitudes and personalities. You know, and then you try to teach the people who want to be, you know, who want to be receiving, and then you got those who just want to be adversarial. You got the kids who want to try you and test you, and you got the same thing at work. You know what I'm saying? Finance
Mm-hmm.
and business, you have the same thing. You're just managing those relationships, managing those different parts of the job that come with it, and managing people. So these kids, and I go in there, and like you said, Frank, I tell them from the get go, I'm not a teacher, I'm a businessman. Today you're my business. So I'm still in my mind, I'm operating it like a business. Each day there's some particular amount of business that I have to get accomplished before we do anything. And so once I get through that, then I feel like, you know, I did what I was supposed to do for that day. I would like to do more and, you know, be able to do more, but it's just limited in what I can do because I don't have a curriculum. I'm only there with them a short amount of time and I don't give them a grade. So even though I'm giving them stuff to do and tell them to give me something or turn something into me, ask me how many administrators I've seen that actually came in there and say, "Hey, you need anything? What do we need to do? Can we do this? Or they got this? Nothing, bro. They just throw me in a room,
So do
throw me in
you
a room
think
with them.
do you think your presence alone is making a difference? Not your
It
curriculum that you teach, but your presence.
it does. It makes a difference, especially for some of the boys who want to see a male there, and so I feel bad for those, and even some of the girls because every time I'm walking down the hall, hey, Mr. Barnes. So, you know, I got the kids who look for me, Mr. Barnes, they be happy to see me. So I know my presence makes a difference for those kids, but I spend so much energy on the behavior aspect of it that I feel bad for those kids. That's what I'm saying. And I can't mentally just continue doing that in this capacity. Now, if I had a different role where I had some more power or authority, where I could, hey, all I could do now is make him sit down in a chair. And you know, I told him I have to be that guy. I got to be the asshole for y'all to understand. But I don't really have I don't have no real authority. You know what I'm saying? I can send him to the
So
office.
so what do you call authority? Authority to do what?
Well, their teachers, their permanent teachers, they got to get him a grade. So that goes in the book. So for the people who play sports, people who want to perform in activities, they have to get grades. They have to maintain a certain grade level. So those who want to do like football, basketball, cheerleading, dance, all those organizations, they have to maintain a grade average, and they have to maintain their behavior. So that's the authority that I would have over those. For the other kids who are in my class permanently, I have to give them a grade. So if you were flunking, you got to explain to your mama, or at least I have a relationship or contact with your parent to say, hey, Tori acting a damn fool in this class every day. Jermaine ain't turned in none of his assignments. I will have that, but I don't have no access to their records. I get a printout basically every day of who's supposed to be in my class, and I just check them present. I don't have access to anything electronic concerning them, and I can't put notes. You know what I'm saying? I can't put notes into the system for their record. I don't give them anything, and my assignment or whatever having to do doesn't count towards anything. So
do you want to be a full-time teacher, or you want to be an administrator? You want to be a professor? What's the end game?
If I had to be at the high school or lower level, I don't necessarily want to be in a classroom per se. I would prefer to be in a either an administrative level or like an I guess a support level, where meaning that I'm not tied down to one classroom where I could move around. Because they do have certain positions, but it's only really for the bad kids. They really need something for the kids in the middle, or the kids who, they like the bad kids. Yeah, they might have a person that follows them around to make sure their behaviors, but the other kids who are right in the middle, they don't get any additional support per se like bad kids. So, they say the squeaky wheel gets the oil. Those bad kids are those kids who are really severely, they get resources, but the other kids, they get their teacher. And again, I was in a classroom and I'm just a sub with 30 plus kids.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
Crazy.
No curriculum. Don't tell me that, hey, work with them on this and that and that. None of that. They don't give me nothing. So you see what I'm saying? And I know it's just a chorus class, but even some other classes I went to is just basically a babysitter. They want somebody who can be responsible, make sure the kids don't, I guess, kill themselves or do too much, or else. I asked them because sub didn't show up the other 2 days or something, and I was like, "What y'all do with the kids?" They just split them up in other classrooms. So they just split them up, and they just sat in the back of somebody else's classroom.
So do you think that you have the long-term temperament to handle this career change?
I do, but I think right now I'm in a position where I can pick and choose. Like if I had to go, it would either be, I wouldn't do middle school kids because I would either get them in elementary school before they got too far gone, or at the high school level in a support phase. You know what I'm saying? So they really need to be intervened before they get to that fifth and sixth grade level, because at that point, like I said, I can already tell you who's gonna end up in those handcuffs. I can tell you the little girls who gonna end up with all the little kids. I can tell you that. I can already see those patterns emerging now. I see the kids who are paying attention, the nerds. I had a grade of sixth graders. They talking about anime. They doing the nerd stuff. They not wilding out. They ain't trying to sneak off in class. They're not trying to do any of that. So I've already identified those kids. The little ones trying to go in the bathroom and fight. The ones trying to go in the closet and do all this extra stuff. Don't want to do their assignment. I had this one little dude, and he keep coming back in my room. He wasn't even supposed to be in my class today. And he coming in, he's like, I got to do work. I'm like, bro, what you come to school for? And it's not even a hard assignment. I said, write your name on a piece of paper, write 1 through 5, and I showed him a video of different music genres. Give me your top 5 music genres. And for him, yeah, like that was, that was too challenging for him. I was like, come on, bro. I'm like, if you can't do the simple stuff, I know when you get in challenging subject that you're not doing that, or you're not excelling. You might just be behind and nobody ever paid attention because they keep passing you. But at the same time, you know, I can't put too much. He takes too much of my energy from the kids who I could really be pouring into, and I feel bad for saying that. But again, those kids who are right on the cusp or who are right on the edge, who are not failing, I feel like I'm better served. I get a better return on my investments if I focus in on those kids.
Okay. You know what's so crazy, man? We we hang out and we love on each other so much the right way, the gentlemanly way, that we'll come up with a format that we gonna go by, and just like that, we going that way. You know what I'm
Yeah, that's
saying?
what
So
I'm saying. I
man,
like that.
yeah, I really appreciate your openness. I really appreciate your honesty because our education system, man, you know, it's really failing because people ain't putting forth the effort to bond this chain together. And like you said, it starts at home.
Yeah,
You got to bond that chain at home. So when you send them to us at school, that's another bond. And then when we
yeah,
send them back home, that's another bond. If that chain is broke somewhere, man, it just it's gonna be a horrible experience for the parents
yeah,
and the teachers.
It been broke.
So yeah, so I understand.
yeah.
It
They
been
gotta
broke
learn
after
themselves.
us. Ain't no more Gen X's. What's after Gen X? Millennials or whatever.
No, they
These
Gen
stages.
Z, Nova.
You know how they
I
call
don't
them
know.
and all that crap. Um,
Yeah,
After us, the bond, the camaraderie, and all that stuff, the togetherness. Like now, I know my neighbors, but we don't talk like that. You get
Yeah,
what I'm saying? We don't
yeah,
get in each other's business no more. It's
yeah,
not a village no more. It's just single
Yeah.
houses.
Yep.
yeah,
You know,
It's individualism.
well,
you
there's not a
don't.
Big as
partnership with the
individualism.
school. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the partnership with the school, I think, is not the same because we knew for us the school was an extension of our parents. So if we knew if our word against the school, our parents more than likely was gonna take the school's word for it.
Yeah,
From now, from what I've seen, no, it's an adversarial relationship almost. Like the parents are irritated that the school is calling them.
yeah.
You know, instead of they irritate at the school, instead of like getting a child in order, like, why you got these folk calling me? You need to straighten up. No, they irritated at the school, like, you deal with it. Why you calling me?
What
Like,
age
well,
And
group?
now you got
Now
parents that
I'm gonna
still
be I'm,
clubbing and shit.
it's middle
I'm
school.
gonna be
Mm,
honest. Back even back in the day when we were growing up, my mom would make a comment sometimes or like, well, you know, he at school with you, you deal with it. But my mom was giving him authority. Like, what is that?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like, handle your business. I trust you. I know the teacher. I trust you with my child. Handle your business. But see now, it's hands off. Like these teachers, they have very
yeah,
limited discipline that they can implement. Most of the time, all they can do is send them to the principal's office or
Yeah.
something of that nature. That's not changing behavior. They have no way to correct bad behavior.
that's what
You
I
know
meant. The
what's what
village and
where
stuff. You know.
Go ahead, Lou.
you
Mm,
just piggybacking off Vincent's statement. If we really get down to the source of it, look at the parents and look at the grandparents. Look at the ages of the parents. Look at the
right.
ages of the children. Look at the ages of the grandkids. When we was growing up, there was a huge gap in the ages of our parents and grandparents. Now it has shrunk. So it's like the parents, the children, the grandkids, they're damn near in the same generation. You know, damn near. It's like everything the parents into, the children are into.
yeah,
You know, there's no gap there. They watch the same reality show, listen to the same music, wear the same clothes. There's no authority, or like you can tell a parent from a child.
Right.
Now there's no difference. Like these, like Vincent said, the parent, why you calling me? You know, well, you the parent. Deal with this little badass boy. I'm trying to teach these other 15 kids in the classroom that want to learn, but your child is interfering with that. You know, they don't want to. I mean, granted, yeah, you may have to work two jobs. You may be in a single home, but guess what? There's a there are plenty of examples of single fathers or single mothers that raise their children the right way and sent their kids to school, and they knew to be obedient and not to disobey. And the number one thing, to respect your elders. That's another topic that we can
The
talk about
biggest
one day.
thing, yeah.
There is
Well,
zero respect for their elders, for
okay, let me ask
authority
you.
too.
Yeah. Let me ask y'all this question, and I'm see if what I suspect is wrong. Do you think corporal punishment should be returned to the school?
Put it up there,
I
Paulo.
do.
Okay,
Put
hold
it
on.
put it up there.
Hold on. Let
Put
me
it
get
up
y'all
there,
vote
guys.
first.
Put it up
Let me
there.
get y'all vote. Let me get y'all vote first.
Okay, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Before we even go into that topic, uh, can you guys honestly answer that question? And there won't
I
be no
can.
Yeah,
backlash against you.
Yeah,
yeah.
I can
Yeah,
answer. Both of you. Hey,
yeah, I
This
can answer
particular
that.
question, I will.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, 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 yeah. I can answer that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just making sure because sometimes
Mm,
the world don't got so sensitive, man. They want to not only is it sensitive, they want to censor everything that you guys can have an opinion
yeah,
about. So
that's true.
I just want to make
Mhm.
sure before, because a lot of times we don't take the time to think about how we gonna answer something as to how it may affect your livelihood tomorrow. So
yeah, I understand.
now go ahead. I'm sorry.
So,
Go ahead.
I'm voting yes. Vincent, what's your vote?
I vote yes. I'll tell you why.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Let me get
Go
the
ahead.
votes. Lewis, you got a yes? Is that a yes?
Yes, yes, yes.
Tori, is that a yes?
No.
Tori said no. I figured it. Jermaine, that's a yes.
Hell yeah.
Frank, what's your vote?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Tori,
No, y'all
you
start with
you
y'all, and
no, we're gonna
y'all say
start with
what
you
y'all gonna
because
say. No, y'all go with y'all. I'm gonna let y'all support y'all. What y'all say?
no,
Why?
I'm asking you a question, and then uh, you grew up with it in school, right? And you
Exactly.
experienced it in school, right? Did you have a negative result of it? Did it like alter you in some negative way? It's just yes or no? No? Yes, maybe?
No,
Maybe?
I did have a negative way about it. Exactly. I
Okay.
did. I
Okay.
did.
Okay. Now go ahead, Vincent. I was just trying to see. All right, go ahead, Vincent.
Well, I mean, certain topics, majority of topics, and I tell people this. I don't know what everybody's stance is on it, but I'm always come from a biblical place. You can pick up the Quran, the Bible. I don't care which one you pick up. It don't matter. It's in there. I believe in spare the rod, spoil the child. I believe in discipline because a child's mind is not tuned to understand like reasoning all the time. They just have emotion. They feeling. I want this. I don't know. Whatever the case may be. Now, I do agree that there's a line between discipline and abuse, but um, we're losing our children. If you just look at it from a black man's standpoint, um, I can't tell you what's going on in other races because I'm not, in other races went tuned to what's going on there. But I can tell you what's going on and what I see. Um, we're losing our children at an alarming rate, whether it be to drugs, um, prison, or just, I mean, death in the streets. Alarming rates. Children have no respect for authority. They have no respect for adults. You see them disrespecting police, disrespecting their teachers, disrespecting their parents, disrespecting any elder. They don't care about that. It used to be certain times you could see a grown up walk in the room and kids would like straighten up just because the grown up is dead. They don't even know him. They just straighten up because it's an adult here in the room. You don't have that anymore. Um,
But hold up
but
now.
those were times when kids were disciplined. They feared authority. They saw what an authority figure was. There's no definition of authority figure to these children today
I mean,
at all.
Go
I
ahead, Tori.
agree with you with that. With the nobody has respect, but for me to respect you, you shouldn't have to beat it into me. You understand? For me to respect
We
you, that's
say beat.
I mean, I'm just saying, I understand respect is not there. I don't think for everything for me to understand something, you got to pull out the whooping chain on me just to get me to understand. Those are on certain cases basis,
No,
but
it's
if
not
I
everything, but some things do warrant discipline. I can give you specific scenarios. You talk to your son. You tell him, no, don't do this. And you explain why you don't do it. And he do it anyway. Okay, you might talk to him that first time. You explain the reasoning why you don't do that, or whatever the case may be. He disregards everything you told him and he does it again. Like, at what point do you stop talking?
you're right, you have a
Because
point.
eventually he's gonna get to a point to where it's just white noise to him. You just womp 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 womp, and that's all it is to him.
And I get that, event, but it starts at home first. So
Okay.
when
Yeah, I'm
it should
talking
start
about
at
you
home.
talking to your
I
child.
agree.
That's at
No,
home.
I know we talking about our child, but we started at home, so that's on me to take care of that. But I don't expect for if I'm not taking care of the home, how the hell am I gonna think they're gonna take care of the school? You
Okay,
understand
Tori,
what
I
I'm
got
But if
saying?
you,
I got
You know your child better than anybody. It should start at home
Mhm.
first. I shouldn't,
But if you're not
I
taking
know,
care of that at home, and then he goes to Paulo's, he's in Paulo's classroom. Now, why does he have to deal with your lack of parenting?
okay, that's my lack of parenting.
Damn.
I don't expect Paulus to get in and beat on my child either. It's other ways
Damn.
in getting
No,
your
no.
child
Okay, so
than
so now
beating
that's
on
what I'm
somebody.
saying. So now we finna lose your son altogether because he don't have you as a parent in the household. He done lost his teacher because he has no respect for him. Paulo's gonna send him to the principal's office. What
he
you
don't
think
want to
gonna
be
happen
bothered.
to him next? Where you going next? Probably
You're right.
juvenile detention center out there in
But
them streets. He finna cut school, leave.
but how many people got those beatings and still turn out this shit? Beating somebody don't make nobody understand all the time.
You keep saying beating, but we talking
Yeah.
about discipline.
No,
Discipline
I mean
ain't always
discipline,
beating a
but you don't
child.
That's
have to
where you getting
discipline.
confused at, young man.
Yeah.
Disciplining and
You
beating.
don't have to
We're
hit each
not
other.
abusing. We saying you can say, hey, now these teachers can't even holler at a kid. Back in the day, I
So
went with
so
a
No,
school
no,
teacher.
I'm
Go
asking
ahead,
what
look.
You can't
Apollo
even
so
holler at a kid.
I
All right,
get
let
that.
so
Lewis
my
get in.
question to Tori. So my question to Tori. Tori, this is a question for you, brother. You said there are other ways besides whooping or whatever. I'm curious to ask you, just like Vincent said, if you have tried to talk to your son and say, "Hey, stop talking bad, stop cursing at adults or this, that, and the third," and he is not listening to you. So give us some other scenarios on what other actions can be taken either by you, the teacher, the principal, the coach, etc.
But Lewis, that starts when you at Paulo's age, Paulo's age middle school. So most of them kids are what 13, 14, 15. So
11, 12, and 13.
okay, I'm sorry, 11, 12, and
Oh,
13.
damn, man.
So so at that point, they've been disrespectful to you for 10 to 12 years. You created that monster. So I mean, some
Okay,
things.
that's what I'm saying.
Well, I'm just saying,
So
but
I'm
Lewis,
asking you, but I'm asking you, your son still got to go to school. Either you're going to pull him out and let him, you're going to teach, you're going to homeschool him, or you're going to let him drop out altogether. Or if you're going to send him to school, what do you expect Paulos, the teacher, to do with your son?
well, you know what? It's a lot of times when kids out there like that, it's certain things called riddling. When they have behavior problems. This
You
Oh
thing,
gotta
my
put your
God.
child
I'm
on, man.
just saying, it's the truth though.
Oh
It's
my
the
man.
truth.
Oh
They
my
do.
word.
Okay.
They
So
do.
so
Okay.
now if they acting out, they got ADHD and they need Ritalin. You just gonna give them drugs.
No, I mean,
That's your answer.
no, that's not the answer. I mean, they have special classes. You develop special classes for kids with special needs like that who have behavior problems. They have that in school.
So you got so
So
you first we as parents we can't say that's what's the word I'm looking for, diagnose, because we're not doctors. So you're gonna take your child to the doctor, get them checked out, and see if he has a behavior issue or something else. Now, if that's the case, then that's the case. Then there are special classes, schools for those individuals.
And I get
But
Okay.
it.
if
But look,
not, again, I'm coming back to you. What do you want Paulos, the teacher, to do with your son?
When the doctor
You,
tells
you,
you something wrong with your child mentally, he's not mentally challenged. He very smart kid. He knows what he's doing. What do you do at that point?
well, at
See,
that
that's
point, I
that's
mean,
why I
that's what.
wanna that's why I
But,
wanna respond.
but let me say this point,
Okay.
y'all. Yeah, y'all, you know, at the point that Paulo seen them at 10 and 12 years old, they've been that way. You failed as a parent. So now you all you doing is dumping them off in the school. You should have
Okay.
been do that right from the beginning. You didn't up
Yeah.
and one day your child cussing at you no respect.
That ain't
Now
got
you
nothing to do with
start
sending the child to school and
but
disciplining them.
But
but
see,
you
that's
You
but
don't
you
that's
want
where I
said
want to
you said
respond.
you don't want no discipline. You said you don't want no
right,
discipline. You don't want the
right.
teachers or nobody doing anything to your son.
But Lewis,
O-
you should have started disciplining him at 3 and 4. If
Okay,
he
but
had
You're
you
right.
just said
You're
you
right.
You
didn't
I
should have
do
would.
it.
did that.
You
You
said
didn't
you
do
You.
it.
don't do it. I
So
will.
because you didn't do it, nobody else should take that accountability and try to correct this
I
behavior
look,
because
trust
you
me.
don't do it.
No. I don't trust everybody to handle the situation the same way I would handle. We will all handle our kids differently from what somebody else would. Paulo's in the class with 20 kids. He might have 2 disrupted kids. I don't know how Paulo's going to handle that. I don't know what Paulo's temperament is. I know what my temperament with my child is going to be. I can't trust Joe Blow to know if he gonna have a bad day, if he gonna beat my child with the first thing coming in his hand. I don't know. So I'm just
I
saying
want
we should
Frank to
start.
Your
go.
mind
I
on
want
beat.
when
You
you
should
finish.
start
I
Your
that
want
mind
Frank
early.
to
on
go
beat.
ahead. Hold
Okay.
on.
Next
Let
subject,
Frank give
cause
his
this
comments.
ain't this
But
ain't
look,
gonna get resolved.
Okay.
hold
No,
on
Let,
we trying to
one
resolve it.
second, fellas. Hold
I'm gonna
on
This
show
one
ain't
second,
y'all.
gonna.
fellas.
I'm gonna show
Let me
y'all.
jump in hold on
Okay.
one second, Frank. I
Mhm.
want Frank to go ahead with his comments, and then I got a question once he's done.
But hold
Okay.
let
Go
Jermaine
ahead,
let
Frank.
Jermaine speak too, because Jermaine want to talk also.
Okay, that's
Uh.
fine. I got a question once they done.
Okay. All right. This is what I want to show y'all. I got two quick instances. All right. You see this statue right here? Can y'all see it?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been had this statue 15 years. 15 years. Now this is the other statue. Bro, my granddaughter, y'all just seen her on the screen. She's 2 years old. Let me tell you how smart kids are. And I don't think it's such thing as a behavioral problem. I think it's a parent problem because her mother told her to put this statue down. She went and grabbed this statue and got mad and slammed it and broke it. She 2 years old. She just got her ass whooped like she was 5 years old. Do you hear what I'm telling you? Vincent told
Hmm.
y'all a long time ago, if you spare the rod, you spoil the child. You letting her create that behavior that she gonna take moving forward. And if you don't deal with that shit now, by the time she get to the way Parlo said, she'll try to whoop his ass because nobody never whooped her ass. And I'm quickly learning that my daughter birthed real smart children because this little girl is smart as hell and she too. My grandson is one of the smartest young men I ever seen in my life. But this little fucker will go to the bathroom and fight everybody in the damn bathroom with no problem. And then when he come out the bathroom, the only way you know he been fighting is because the other little kid is bleeding or fucking crying.
But
And
hold
so
up.
what I do is I beat the fuck out of him. I
Oh,
don't play with him. I'm trying to explain to you how every kid is not the same.
Frank,
Because
I'm
you
not
think
down.
one way,
Hold up. I'm not down you.
Hold
Look,
on.
that's
Let
what
him
I'm
finish.
saying.
Let him
Okay.
finish. Let him finish his statement.
Okay.
no, only thing I'm telling you, bro, is you got to be extremely hands-on with small kids, or you're gonna run into a situation like Carlos. Carlos got his own family at home to take care of. He can't risk his career. He can't risk his livelihood. He can't risk his freedom because you let your son run around and do whatever the fuck he want to do, however he want to do it. And then when he get to Parlos, that puts this man in a very awkward situation. That's why I'm always applauding him for what he do. I applaud Vincent for what he do. I'm glad he don't transition from people. And I applaud Lewis for what he do. I hopefully he gonna transition himself away from people. Because dealing with people sometimes is like dealing with children. Bro, if they ain't got no discipline as a kid, they damn sure ain't gonna have none as a teenager and they gonna be awful fucking humans, adults.
And I
So, bro,
agree.
Terrible. And then
I get what
you
you're
see
saying.
some of these people and you be like, it's unbelievable. You
But
got kids?
and I say,
You got kids.
I'm agreeing with you totally right there. Like you say, your granddaughter, you know your granddaughter have a problem right there. You know you got to whoop her ass, right?
But she too.
She
She
too,
too.
and I get that. But
She
you
too.
but as a parent, as a grandparent, you realize that now. So you taking that now. You know what you got, and you working on that. There's no way in the world she should still be that way at 10 and 12 if you're still on her ass, right or wrong.
No, she ain't gonna be like that. Not fucking with me, and not fucking with
So,
everybody that's in this circle.
so that's what I'm saying. So you starting at home. You know, my point is just because you felt at home, now you throwing it on it. Now, what Lewis asked, what do you do? It's different ways you can play. I'm not saying don't whoop them. I'm not cool with the teacher or some stranger whooping on my kid. That's all I'm saying.
But you
No,
know
but
that teachers
we're talking
spend
about
more
to the
time with your
point,
kid than you do.
yeah, especially in a learning capacity. But we talking about at the point like you're not doing it at home. The parent is not doing it at home. It's not getting done at home. And it's apparent that it's not happening at home because of the behavior in the classroom.
And then, you know what that comes to? Them bad behavior kids most likely have them bad behavior parents. Them the same parents like, hey, you better not touch my kid.
That's what exactly what we're talking about. But
Exactly.
you in our time, there was it's different now, even with like just single parent mothers. My mom was a single parent mom. Mom had to work. Mom had to put food on the table. And my point was when my teacher would call and say, "Look, he in here acting up. He talking, disrupting the class." My mama would like, "You got authority over him now. He is your child right now. If you need to whip his ass, do whatever you got to do to correct his behavior. I'm gonna deal with him when I get home. But I'm at work right now. Like, what can I do? I need you to correct this behavior." So they had the authority. We had community back then. You had your neighbors, you had your teachers, you had your parents. Now, if the parents say don't touch nobody can touch your child. You ain't touching your child. Nobody else can touch your child. What you think this child is gonna grow up to be?
Okay. And I got a question. So you say you put it in the hands of the teacher. Just say that teacher whoops your child at school. Then your child come home, got whips all over their arms. You're like, what the fuck?
Tori,
Well,
you
no,
talking about
I'm
you
telling
going
you.
to the extreme.
No, I'm just that this is an
I
extreme
got
case.
whooped by my teachers. I got whooped by teachers. I never came home with no whips on me.
Come on, man. We got whooped. You know we had splinters in our hand. We done whooped the shit out of our hand.
I ain't never had no teacher whoop me. The
But
lady used to take 3
well,
paddles together, drill holes in them. She ain't never leave no splinters in my hand.
I'm just saying you trust that, man. But I'm just saying.
You
But if you got
exaggerate.
that one teacher go all get exaggerated and whoop the hell out your child. Oh well, you know what? I tried to whip on his ass, but he kept moving, so I put all the whips on his arm. What you doing? Then you piss. Then you want to go out there and whip his ass.
I got plenty of ass
Glory.
whippings in school. I
Can
ain't
I
never
say
come
this?
home with no mess like that. I ain't never come home with no shit like that.
Can I say something?
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Go ahead, Javane.
Everybody on this panel, what y'all know Jermaine is in high school? A clown, the class clown, the one that get on teacher nerve, the one that make people laugh and all that. I got on teacher nerve to the level. Some of them, even Miss Tuggle used to just shake her head because of that cousin of mine. She knew somewhere down the line there was some disciplinary stuff going on in our family. How could one person act like this and the other one act like that come from the same family? I was that student that borderline, I needed my ass whooped a lot of time for what I did. Yeah, I knew right from wrong. That's why you're saying where does the discipline come from? I mean, how far is it? As far as you disciplining people, not beating them. See, you saying beat. No, we're saying discipline and stuff. I think embarrassment is more
You
efficient
talking-
than disciplining.
But
Because back
Jermaine,
in the day, your
yeah,
mama them used to come to the school.
yeah,
ISS, make them wash dishes. Y'all remember those days?
yeah.
Some of y'all bouncing through them damn dishes in my face. I ain't forgot it. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me show you. Let me
see,
tell you the difference between you, Jermaine, and the kids today. Bro, I've heard so much cursing just even walking in the hall. It's like no adults is there. You never cursed around a teacher. You never, you see what I'm saying? You were never respectful toward a teacher. You never do nothing like that.
No, I'm just a clown.
That's what I'm saying. You're a clown. There's a difference between a class clown using your seat. You didn't get up and run around the room and dive
Hell
on the
no, my
chair.
mama kill me.
That's what I'm saying. These kids will literally get up, run, and dive over some chairs, and then then when I'm looking at them like they crazy, they're like, and I'm like, bro. I tell them, I tell them now, if you bust your head wide open, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna drag you in that closet and pretend like I ain't know what happened, and go on by my day, because you acting a fool in here. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. These kids, they super sensitive for it. I don't know how. That's another thing. They so super sensitive. I'm walking down the hall. They did a pep rally. This one kid, I don't even know the kid. I'm just walking down the hall. Kid about to explode. I'm like, yo, bro, chill out. Man, she said I was bad at basketball. I'm like, is it true? I mean, bro, what? You ready to fight the girl because she said you don't know how to ball? I'm like, you that sensitive? No, but I'm like, dude, you really that sensitive that you about to lose your mind because this girl said you don't know how to play basketball. I'm like, come on, my guy.
Yeah.
I seen one kid push the damn girl into the damn near wall. I'm like,
yeah.
bro, what is wrong with y'all, bro? Y'all so sensitive.
The problem is, Apollos, they raising their friends. They giving birth to their friends instead of being a parent. That's what the big problem is.
The kids
all that listen to their same music and all that,
bro,
fine and good. Playing video games with them, fine and good. But you are not their friend. You are their parent, and that's the gap right there. First off, like what they said, it's an age gap. It ain't them no more. It used to be like 15 to 20-year age gap. Now it's like 10.
Well, I don't.
They having babies, like 15, 16 years old.
I
You remember a while back? Think about it. A while back, some years ago, where these kids had that pack at 16. Everybody had kids, and my two dumb nieces, they did the same thing because it spread it. They had children starting at 16 and stuff. Why my sister got 9 grandchildren?
Yeah, I hear you, but I think it's more so. I'm not even gonna let them off that easy and say it's the age. It's not the age.
No, it's the parenting. It's the parenting. They ain't parenting no more.
Yeah, but let me put it into words. Let me explain what I mean. There was when we talk about the gap. The gap wasn't necessarily the age, but there was a clear distinction between children and adults. And children stay in a children's place, and there was no blurring the lines. There was no gray areas between children and adults. There was no way we were even remotely close to each other in terms of authority, who's in charge. Nowhere near close. The children stayed in children. When adult was around, it was clearly there's a line, a wall that remained that way. There is no line anymore. Because the kids are, first of all, they're all in the adult spaces, adult conversation, adult everything. That line is gone. And but in a lot of places, I can tell that you see what I'm saying. That line when adults are talking, go in the room. Grown folks are talking. Child's place.
I was about to say, yeah.
My mom used to have card parties. I remember. My mom used to have card parties. And
yes, sir.
A company came over. I had to go be back in my room. If I was in the house, I couldn't come up that hall. Like I had no business being in adults' face, let alone you engage in their conversation. You have kids jumping in and grown folk conversations now. Like it's unbelievable.
But that start with the parents.
And you mess around and somebody say the child says something, somebody outside the parent say who you talking to, the parent get a problem with it.
Right.
Like that's crazy.
Right. It's I mean, you can look on TikTok, IG, Facebook, whatever. At all the barbecues and all the house parties, the children right there dancing with the grown folks.
Smoking
You
with the
know,
weed
all
smoking and the drinking and everything. They right there.
drinking. It's right there in the midst, and that's why I say it's no gap, it's no division. I ain't no way in hell, boy. My mom parents had company. You did not. The only thing you did was speak, hey, how y'all doing, and
Mm-hmm.
back in the room.
Yep.
Back to your
You
room.
only time you,
That's it.
yeah, only time you came out if they say, hey, come eat, or you going to the
Mm-hmm.
restroom. Other than that, you
Yep.
stayed in that room.
And the
Mm-hmm.
living
Period.
room, we couldn't even live in the living room. Why is
No,
that?
Oh no.
hey,
They
bro,
should
y'all
say
remember
for
this?
Mm-mm.
company
I
only
don't,
room.
yeah,
Okay.
I don't know if this is was just my experience, but growing up in the project, but we be upstairs. You know, we be upstairs, or we'll be at the top of the steps trying to listen in to the music. What
Yeah,
are they saying? And
we
then
do that.
your
Yeah.
mom and them be like, "Hey, call your name. Come down here. Do the Michael Jackson. Now I'll give you $1." You come, you start busting your move with the Michael Jackson.
Yep.
Hey, they give
Yeah.
you $1,
Yeah.
then you go back upstairs.
Yeah.
Like, come dance,
Right,
come
right,
sing
right.
this song, bro.
Hmm.
Then we went back upstairs. There, I'm telling
Yeah.
you,
What
there's no clipping. Go ahead, sir.
here's a question I got to ask us. Now we
Mm-hmm.
blaming this generation now, and we saying that this generation has no respect, and they kids doing what? Do you think is our generation fault? Because what we learned that the generation now who are having kids are our kids. So,
Well,
do you can you say that?
But cause
No, no, hold on,
I'm
hold on.
a,
No, I'm just
go
saying.
go
ahead.
ahead.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Can we blame us? Because now we
Hell no.
learned all that.
I'm not blaming me. I'm
No, no,
not
no.
blaming me because
Hey, look,
my children and
I'm gonna say yes.
grandchildren ain't
Yes.
ain't, ain't them.
I get what
My
you're saying.
I'm gonna
children
say
and my
yes,
grandkids
Willie.
ain't them.
But I'm just saying. But
I'm gonna
it's
say
our.
yes. I'm
But
gonna
I'm
say
saying.
yes because, and I'm gonna
Some,
say this because
But
some, yeah,
I done had,
some.
but
I
listen.
done had
Hear me
conversations
out
with
though.
Tori.
Hear me out
I
though.
Go-
think there are more parents that take Tori's approach to it about that's my child, don't touch my child, don't say nothing to my child, and that's the problem. I think that is a problem.
I
Yeah,
get
it's
it.
a problem.
Well, I know it's a problem, but can we blame our generation, the '80s babies? Because it's our kids that have that nonchalant attitude nowadays.
That mentality that you have about your child and don't touch my child started with our generation. It started with us, yes. So yes, we started that. It
so,
started in
so
our generation.
that's what I'm saying.
But
It's
I'm
our
saying
generation. We created this
that is
problem.
the but if you saying okay, so if you're admitting that our generation, your parenting style, I'm saying is part of the problem.
It's not my parents'
That's what
style.
I'm saying.
I don't blame my parents' style because, like I say, I got 2 kids, and my kid is nowhere like that. My kid is very respectful. I know you're gonna say my kid is different, but he's very respectful. So I mean, just because I feel that way, not every kid is gonna grow up that way. And I can say my son is a prime example. My son is not that way because my son wasn't brought up that way. My son was stopped all this the same way Frank said. Hey, his granddaughter is off the chain now. He's working on that. So it started with us. We blame it. We blame the YNs now. The YNs are our kids.
Well,
So yeah,
no,
No, the fuck it
no,
but
no,
ain't.
hold on.
No,
No, the fuck
no.
it ain't.
no.
But
I don't
That's your
have no YNs
grandchildren.
as children.
That's your
y'all,
grandchild.
y'all taking the
I don't
stance
have
like,
no
hey,
YNs as children.
but y'all taking the
Mm-mm.
stand saying, well, you know what? That ain't my kids. But it's our generation kids. It's our peers' kids are acting that way. How you shaking your hand, Lord? How is that our peers?
It is.
No.
I agree. Tori, I agree. It's some of our peers. It's some of our peers. It's some of them, and I think it started with some of our peers, and it either doubled or tripled with their kids because our peers stopped the disciplining, and then their kids
That's my point.
really stopped the
That's my point.
disciplining. So
Yo, that
I wouldn't
that
say it was
style of
prevalent in our
discipline,
generation, but it was some in our generation. I agree.
We
that
created
parenting
what that
style
meant.
of that's my child. I'll discipline my child. You don't say nothing. Don't touch my child.
Right,
That
right.
I feel. My opinion. That's a problem.
You're
I
right.
mean, I take
It is.
approach, and I tell all my friends and all my peers, like, I'm sorry, I whoops ass. So if you got a problem with that, you might not want to bring your kid
Well,
around me
well,
because there's no way your
yeah.
kid don't get out of pocket with me, and I'm not gonna say nothing.
So,
I'm gonna
So
Tori,
let
what
let me
you
ask
happened to
you
our
do
this
it the rest.
generation?
question.
Why we get to this way?
Yeah,
How did we
yeah.
get to this point?
Let me ask you this question, Tori, because you mentioned something earlier, and I guess I can ask you all. They don't separate the kids anymore. Um, badass kids class. They
Right.
do have some classes for that's totally contained with special needs kids, and those are really like the most the severe cases. In a lot of cases, they may have someone that goes to the class with the kids if they're too far gone. But a lot of the ones that you say who might be on medication or need riddling, unless they are in a system or got some IEP plan, they are mixed in with all the kids. You know what I mean? We didn't. You know how we had the green wall classes. You had those
Yeah.
remedial classes. You had the advanced placement classes. They have some of those, but they don't have nearly as many as we have. You know what I mean? They mix them all together. And it might
Yeah, I
be
heard
because they
about
don't
that.
have enough
Yeah.
teachers.
Where did that
That
come
might be
from?
the reason.
Where did it come from? Lack of funding, or you just say we don't forget about our schools?
There's a teacher shortage. Teachers not want
Yeah, it's
people
a
don't
teacher
want to teach.
shortage.
It's a teacher
And
shortage.
nursing too. Teachers and nurses, yeah, they don't want to. It ain't no
Yeah.
money in it. It ain't no. They get.
Well,
I'm telling
it
you,
ain't even that. It's
teachers.
like the lack of discipline. They don't get the support that they
Yeah,
need.
and
They
then
don't get
so
the
the
support.
teachers. I'm telling you, the teachers get more discipline than the students.
Yeah.
I'm
I,
telling you
I was
from.
listening to
I know some
yeah.
teachers. They
And
they tell me
when
some
they
stuff.
talked
I be
about
like, woo.
what they call it pocket list no ear hustling. I was in my class and I heard these teachers, family teachers, talking outside my door, and one of them was complaining about them putting certain classes in or mixing in like different level kids into her like advanced class. And then I had a band teacher. She was complaining that she used to have how we used to have beginning, intermediate, and advanced
Mm-hmm.
like band. They keep mixing up all her classes with different level kids, so it makes it challenging for her to even teach because she had a advanced kids, but she can't spend as much time on them because they mix her class with those other kids. So I know they do that. I know they do that for a fact in other classes because I did a science class and the teacher came in. She was working with a group of students. You had to pull them in different groups based on where they're at. I guess on the spectrum or the level. I don't want to say the spectrum, but the kids who can work independently, she can spend time with those. But there are some kids in her class you got to spend a whole lot of time with them. And that class had like 30 kids, and one of them was a little bad girl who just came back from fighting and was trying to fight again, and I had to stand by her the whole class, stop her from going over there where she wasn't supposed to go with the girl she just got back from suspended with for fighting. Then by the end of the day, she had another incident with another girl. So it's that's the challenging part. And again, the discipline and the teachers, their hands are tied. Like you said, their hands are tied. So either you send all the kids to the alternative school, or what they fast track them to some type of vocation or whatever, teach them the simplistic stuff and say, hey, you're gonna be a maintenance worker. We're gonna put you on this track. Then y'all, what would you feel some type of way if they told your kid, hey, your kid behavior is a distraction. We're gonna put him in this HVAC class, or he's gonna have to do something service industry because he's not fast tracking to math, science, or technology.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that
Okay.
too. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, hey, I took HVAC, so
Yeah, I
and I'm a
understand,
janitor,
but
so
some
so it
people
don't
think
make
that
no
some
difference.
people think their kid about to be president. Your kid, Donald Trump.
Yeah,
Y'all,
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure his
School
parents
ain't for
didn't think he was
everybody,
getting
bro.
president.
yeah. Some of them believe in their kids a little bit more than what they need to. But nah,
They
I'm with
do.
that. They need to put more of that HVAC class in schools and shop work. We had it at school, but it's like they got away from it now.
Well, because everybody's kid is special. Everybody's kid. Everybody can be anything they want to be.
But
And there
Yeah,
are some kids who you thought was in high school. You thought they were going to be a little special, but they turned life around and became very successful. So that's a possibility. But at the same time, how do you identify those kids
I'm, but,
early
you,
on?
but like you said, it's not wrong with being an HVAC. It's not wrong with being a plumber. I know some plumbers who got their own business and make a killing.
yeah,
I know some HVAC make good money, especially when the summer come
yeah,
around. So
But do
yeah.
do
Know what
you
you're
you
doing.
starting them in middle school? Because like, look, you can't sit down, so we need to give you a job, give you something with require you to go around, move around, because you can't seem to sit still in your chair.
That's a good idea, Paulos. I mean, you start them young. At least you already know. At least you don't stick them in something, let them suffer for almost 12 years when they know they not that. That's not them. Or rather than them
Yeah,
getting into some other stuff and dropping out.
yeah. They ain't trying to do no schoolwork. Like I said, their attention span is like this short. I don't know, but I guess
I think
we won't
a
solve
big
it
part
here.
of the problem too is like the parenting has gotten away from family and they're chasing
Exactly.
a status. So chasing some type of lifestyle or chasing it's not about they don't invest in the kids like they used to anymore. You got both parents out working, constantly and whatever the case may be, they're not investing in the children like that no more. I know me and my daughter have constant conversations because she has three about like these kids are intelligent, highly intelligent. You need to be investing in them more, like control that focus. Because if they don't have any kind of focus or direction, they get lost and they gonna put it somewhere. And usually
Mhm.
it's easier to go into something negative than it is positive.
Mhm.
And they next thing you know, now you got all these kind of issues. You're getting calls from the schools. You're getting, and yeah, you'll lose them quick.
Well, you know what? You got a good point, Ben. You do you think about, and I could probably speak for all of us. Do you think maybe they don't have that respect and discipline no more? Because when we grew up, we had our grandparents. You know what I'm saying? We had the little small things where we had the Christmases, the Thanksgiving, where you saw that level, where you saw your mama respecting her mama and she respecting grandmama. It was a level. So them kids saw that. So, when it
Yeah,
was a
but
it was, when it was, we was more at blacks, we was more. I probably say in the '80s we were more closer then. At least I think we was close. At least my family, I think. Even though my mom was,
but see,
even though my mom was single,
that's exactly what
you
I'm saying. Like it would be a time when if my kids just say, I mean, everybody know at one point I was a single parent. Just say at that point, I said, look, I got to drop y'all off at Mr. Tory house while I go to work. Y'all got to stay there with Mr. Tory. Like me and you will have a conversation. We have an understanding that while they with you, he know what I expect out of my kids. He has an expectation for my kids. If I didn't trust or we have the same understanding about it, my kids won't be left with you. So why would I have it to where you don't touch my kids, you don't say nothing to my kids? Well, it's still that's the same thing with our teachers, I think.
Yeah.
Like I'm trusting you with my kid. I mean, they with you for this time frame. Cause even with my grandkids now, me, my wife, and my daughter are at open house. We meet all the teachers. They get my number directly. I get the text messages from the school daily about what's going on. Something happens with any one of my grandkids, I get the first phone call. So you got to be heavily invested. You got to take time and set time aside. But there's no point I ever tell a teacher don't put your hands on my grandson.
Mm-mm. No, I ain't going that
If I feel
route,
that point,
Julius.
they gonna be no.
You say, hey, Frank, you don't want to call? Don't call
No,
me. Call
no,
his mama.
no. That the calls. I always get the calls because
Oh, okay.
my my son-in-law, he is like Tory. He a pacifist. But my daughter, she didn't grow up in that kind of environment. She grew up dealing with a dictator. And so whenever my grandson do something, she called me. She don't call the dad because the dad want to go have a conversation. She called the dictator because I show up that motherfucker. I'm Saddam Hussein. I don't want to hear shit. I just want some ass because I got other shit to do. If you embarrass me, your ass finna be embarrassed where you embarrass me at. That's the rule in my house. Wherever you embarrass me at,
Yep.
that's where I'm gonna embarrass you at.
Yeah.
well,
Cause see,
hold on.
the consistent understanding amongst us is gonna be you raising your kid. You're gonna respect me. You're gonna
Mhm,
respect Mr. Frank. You're gonna respect Mr. Torre. You're gonna cause they're
mhm.
adults. You're gonna
Yep.
respect your team. And if you're doing that to any one of them, and I'm not around, but they're around, they got a right to get that ass.
Okay,
I
let me
trust
say
you with
something.
them, or I wouldn't
Let,
have you around them. I'm
let me
sorry.
say something to
That's just
y'all that I know y'all don't pay attention to, but it happens so regularly that y'all probably don't pay attention to it because J Main, you ain't been around us in a function. So, Lewis, what do my children call you?
Mr. Lewis.
Vince, what my children call you?
Mr. Vince.
And they grown. You hear what I'm telling y'all?
Mm-hmm.
They grown. My children ain't children. They grown.
Mm-hmm.
So that shit starts at the bottom. Man, my
They're
children
respectful
grown.
adult.
If I was to hear one of my children call y'all by your name, I'm gonna act a goddamn fool. And they grown. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You have to start this shit from zero and work that shit up. Now, somebody else hear what I said about my granddaughter, and they probably get attitude because she is such a small child. Because in the Bible, it don't say at what point you supposed to spare the rod. You get what I'm saying? It just say
Yeah.
spare the rod, spoil the child. It ain't got no age limit on that shit. It don't tell you where to start at because the Bible says you can start where the fuck you want to start at. So I'm starting at wherever you fuck up at, that's where I'm gonna clean up at. So these kids, man, these parents live such a busy life that a lot of times the kids spend just as much time at the school with Carlos in an 8 to 10 hour day than they spend with their parents that's working every day, all day. They gotta feed them, they gotta do their homework, take a bath, and then go to bed. They come back only for Mr. Carlos to spend 10 hours with them. So that's all I'm saying. If they sleep 6 to 8 hours, Carlos got them 10. Bro, that's 16, 8 hours right there. He spend more time with them than you do. So he should have the authority. I know when me and Kiki were talking the other day, we were talking about Miss Humphrey. Miss Humphrey had some shit called Dr. Pepper. She would take 3 rulers, tape them motherfucker together, and when you get out of line, if she tell you to be quiet, you gonna be quiet. She not telling you shit 2 times. She telling you 1 time. She tell you two
Mhm.
times, she finna put Dr. Pepper on your ass. And bro, I have yet to see a child get a spanking and it turns them into a mass murder. That shit don't happen like that, man. If you give your child some discipline from the word to say go, it gonna work out good. And Vontora, you are outlier, bro. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so proud of your son. But this the thing now. This the thing. You talk about one son. What's the character and demeanor of the other son? Do
He
he act like that one,
he
or
the
do
same.
both of them act the same?
No, he the same. He the same. Actually, he's a
Okay,
nerd too.
okay.
But he's a little bit more challenging. He give me a little bit more lip more than anything. But I'm just saying, yeah. I'm not saying no, I don't spell the raw and I'm not passive. I'm just saying I don't think beating because I've seen. Let me tell you, growing up, I see.
But Tori, stop saying beating.
No,
Stop.
okay,
That's a
beating
strong
or
word.
Yeah,
whatever. I'm just
stop
saying.
saying
No,
B, man.
stop saying
Okay,
beating, bro. Because it's a
Me,
difference
me, me
between
and him
whipping and
done
beating.
had this conversation
You
about
gotta stop.
wordplay,
You
dude. You
gotta
gonna have to
stop
stop that.
saying it. Because that there is
okay. I'm
that's
just
offense.
saying whooping.
That's child abuse.
Let's go with whooping.
Okay,
I
thank you.
seen where some parents can whoop their child as much as they want, just constantly whooping, and then they'll whoop their child, pop, 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 and 10 minutes later, the child doing the same thing.
Mhm.
And then I seen that same parent. Okay, let's put it like this. I seen let's say a child jumping on the sofa, and just cause I'm over there, kid jumping on the sofa. Just cause I'm there, they whoop the child, pop, 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 pop. Don't get off my sofa, right?
Mhm.
So then walk away, child jump on the sofa again, pop, 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 whoop them. Okay?
Mhm.
So child cried, ain't gonna jump on sofa no more. When I'm not there, that child jump on the sofa all day long and the parent don't say anything. You get what I'm saying? So get a child
See
mixed feelings.
you're making an assumption that you can't validate.
No, no,
I
no, no.
doubt if that's happening.
But
You
I'm
think
just
they gonna
telling
whoop their child just because you in the room?
no, I'm just telling you, I don't see where whooping is always the key. I mean, I'm not going
Tori, I
hold
understand
on.
it. I
Okay, let
understand
me say
it.
this.
I understand. I understand what you're saying.
Even when we was in school, me and Vint went to GA Town. I'm not gonna name this particular person, but I know a guy one time. Let me see how I put it. I know a guy one time where the teacher whooped him in school. He turned around and cussed the teacher out. You get where I'm coming from? And then
Hmm.
only years later, that same guy was always a problem. It's
Hmm.
not because he didn't get whooped in school, because we all got whooped in elementary. But this same guy, I could tell you, don't did jail time and had other continue to have a behavior problem and dropped out of school. So that same guy, when I'm thinking about what I can tell y'all about, I know that went to GA towns don't have a behavior problem from elementary, and it carried on to high school, and they dropped out. So
Mhm.
they got the whipping, but it still didn't change his behavior.
It's
It
a
changed the
process.
behavior for that day, for that moment,
Yeah,
for that teacher.
yeah.
I bet you, because he
It,
knew he
it,
not
Carlos,
to play with
but
that teacher.
it was still a behavior problem. You get where I'm coming from?
I
And
understand, and then it ain't a, it ain't 100%.
and
You're
there's a
right.
grown
You're right.
and there's
You're
a
right.
grown up there's a grown
Every
up
blue moon,
Yeah,
you're
you're
gonna
right.
come
You're
across
right.
that one person that you just
Well,
can't save. But
yeah.
you
Well,
got
you're right.
29 more people in that classroom that if they discipline one bad apple in that scenario will spoil that bunch.
and we
I'm
can
sorry.
all that's what I'm trying to tell
I
y'all.
can tell you,
We all
it's been plenty of times I was at a friend's house and we might get into something and the dad or whoever the parent was at that house would get their kid and tear that ass up. I would, or whoever else was with us would immediately straighten up.
immediately.
Like immediately.
Yep.
Cause your ass next.
we
Yeah.
grew up
Now
that way.
you
That's
go
why I say
like Jermaine just said, you're gonna have those anomalies that regardless. I mean, they just into some devilish shit. And they
and,
going that's what
and,
they
and I
deter
get
they going left and they gonna go keep going left.
and that's what I'm agreeing to you. I'm just saying it's a lot of scenarios. I'm saying whipping the kid is not always the answer. That's not the discipline. That's not the discipline, right? I'm not being passive. It's other ways and get to somebody. You want to get to somebody. Take away the
No,
things
no,
they like.
I think you
But
I
but
ain't saying now
in the school, in the setting of a school, there's unless they're playing some type of sport or activity, that is the only measure of control that a lot of those teachers have. Because the sports players, even some of the little girls, and I had a little girl trying to get me to forge some stuff, and now she's not on the team. No, man, I'm not forging it. Because that's the consequences of your action. They have a
All
behavior
right.
sheet for a reason. And it's a privilege to be able to do these extra activities. Want to, do what you're supposed to do in the classroom. You don't get to participate in that. And I'm not going to help you go around and beat the system. No.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying? They
But
have that.
Tori,
But for the
That's what I'm
kids who not participating in that stuff, they ain't got nothing to lose, bro.
so
You know what I'm saying?
let me ask you a question, Tori. And I'm not shooting at you or nothing like that, but what you think get better results, love or fear?
both.
No, you can't. Can't have it both ways. That's
But you
why
but,
you got.
but you
That's why
but
you
you
got the
need both
mama and
though.
you got the daddy.
You
No, you
need
can't.
both
You can't.
though. You
Yeah,
still
but
need both.
no,
I
no.
can't say
I'm
I
talking
can't.
about you got to get some results. You think that child gonna give you the better results out of love for you or fear for you?
Both. I can't. I can't. Let me tell you so much. I'm a single family. Growing up with my mom, I feared my mom, and I felt the love for my mom just the same way. You get what I'm coming from? I got both from her. I remember. To tell you how,
Which one would make you respond?
depending on
Which
what the
one would make
situation,
you respond?
depending on what the situation is, because you know it.
Mm.
You as a person can fear you so much and put themselves in the shell.
at no point at a child as a child, and I remember getting in trouble with you in elementary school. I at no point as a child you thought in your mind my mama gonna whoop my ass because she loved me.
Fear.
When we
No.
got in
Not,
trouble for playing Freaky Friday,
but I know we.
oh,
Listen, I
we
know
finna
you
get
on
our
that
ass.
point.
That's all we thought.
Well, I know
We
we
finna
still.
get our ass
I'm
beat.
just saying you need both. I'm just saying.
No, I said what controls your actions, fear or
Yeah,
love?
Of
fear
course, fear.
comes first.
Of course,
That
fear.
fear,
Of course,
yeah,
fear
come
comes
See,
first.
these
Yeah,
kids have zero to fear. That's why they do the shit they do because ain't no
yeah.
fear factor involved in no point of their lives.
I agree with you
You
on
None.
that.
scared of no result.
Man, listen, when my grandmama was living and we were young, she would raise her hand up like this. She wouldn't say shit, but once you see that hand go up, your ass got right. But when that bitch came down, it was on your ass.
Look, and I'm with you on that. Because matter of fact, I remember being in the seventh grade, we was on stage and we was acting up on stage, and all of a sudden I remember looking in the audience. In the audience, I saw my mama looking at me just like this, and I knew what time it was just from seeing my mom in the audience. I knew it, but I get you with the fear. But I'm just saying, y'all, I just don't feel got to beat on everybody. Oh,
You
whoop
don't,
everybody.
but this the thing, Tori, this the thing. Same thing this summer, and I had a conversation with a lot of y'all about my grandson because I didn't want to keep beating him. I thought he had some aggression that he needed to get off. So I took him down there and I put him in boxing. And when I tell you that's one of the best things I ever did in my life, because if you're an aggressive child, you need to be put in an environment with another aggressive child. Uh, they put that shit across the screen, Paulo.
There you go.
What that little bad motherfucker name you say you finna start getting and put him on
Cornelius.
everybody's
Cornelius.
Cornelius. You see what I'm saying? When you got aggressive children, you need a Cornelius to help get their ass right. See, so I put my grandson in boxing because he like to throw his hands. Okay, so I'm gonna put you down here with people that like to throw their hands too. See, it's easy to whoop this child ass over here that don't feel like fighting. But let me put you in here with somebody who's trying to knock your shit loose that ain't afraid of you. See, fear,
That like to
Tori,
fight
is
just like you.
yes,
Yeah.
fear is the determining factor, bro. If you got two dominant forces, bro, they gotta collide so that a respect level is created. The YNs and all this shit now, man, the LNs, there is none of this going on. None of this. They'll go in
None.
the house and steal
None.
your mama gun and goddamn try to shoot everybody in the neighborhood. They don't want to do none of that though. They don't want to experience none of that. So, like I said, man, this summer when I got my grandson involved in that boxing, man, at the Lions Den, that was one of the most amazing things that I could ever done for him. So far as like sometimes you gotta take an alternative route than putting belt to ass. But
Dude,
but Vincent, somebody still put belt to ass. It's just one of his damn peers. You understand what I'm
I'm gonna
saying?
tell you
Somebody gonna
one of
cut
the
your
most
ass up.
disrespectful thing, and I've seen so many videos on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram with a YN telling an OG or I'll beat your old ass.
Mm,
That is like, how do you fix yourself? And no respect for your elders.
none. I wouldn't even know how to
Like
say no
most
shit
of
like
the
that.
time, even if it's an old guy, like you got it.
Yeah, yeah, Dad, you win, man. I ain't.
Yeah.
Listen, only thing gonna happen, Vincent. You in a lose-lose situation. If you beat that old man up, you look a damn fool. Or you go fuck with that old man and he show you what grown man strength is, knock your punk ass out.
Yeah, he show
So
yeah,
you
he
Right.
show
definitely
you
in a
what's really
lose,
happening.
you definitely in a lose-lose situation before you even go over there with that bullshit. So that's my only thing, man. I'm happy that we touched on these topics, man, because it we go away from this, but we always tend to come back to it because, man, if Vincent don't raise them two damn grand boys of his right, who the hell my granddaughter gonna marry? Who gonna protect her? You know what I'm saying? Who gonna be her provider? Who gonna be her leader? Like we we tend to misunderstand the significance of what our role has to be. It might not be for the generation behind us. It might be two generations together that we got to get this shit in order. Because
Yeah.
if we don't, damn man, we constantly creating problems. If we don't care, that's why I give you your flowers all the time, bro. Because I couldn't do it. I know I couldn't.
Mm,
And your demeanor and the way you approach the life, man, I applaud you all the time, bro, because that is needed. When I was out of town with my daughter in North Carolina, she is in Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, Cary, and a place called Apex. I just named you guys four cities in a small metro area. Okay, my cousin is a captain. His best friend, he is the captain of Cary. His best friend is the captain of Apex. Well, not his best friend, and his other friend is the captain in Raleigh, and the other friend is a lieutenant in Durham. And I'm at lunch with all these four guys, man. It was the most fun shit in the world for me because they don't know my background. But Cuz, dude, and he is nervous as fuck because he ain't
Right.
got no idea what the fuck I'm finna say. And I'm saying some of the most outlandish shit in the world. And those guys are laughing their asses off because I know one of my best friend's son is an officer. So I
Mhm.
know how I'm supposed to conduct myself without embarrassing the situation. I want you guys to understand that these guys ain't friends because they wanted to be. These guys are friends because they was forced. They are the only guys with their rank of our color in four fucking cities. They didn't choose to be friends. They were forced because they had to find somebody that they can bounce their issues off. They had to find somebody that understood what they were saying.
You got to
We
build that
talking
support network.
yes, we talking four fucking cities, gentlemen, with only
But see,
four
that's my
black
point with
captains.
black men and our children, especially with our sons. You got to build a support network to where I
Yes.
have no issues or no quarrel. Like even to the point of Mr. Frank got certain expectations at his house. All right, Levi, you at his house, so those the rules, and you respect that.
Hmm.
Like it ain't different because I'm your dad. I might not do exactly that. I don't care. Like respect. That's a grown man, and you at his house. You in respect. It's just
Hmm.
respect. And
Yeah.
these
Well,
kids don't have.
that remind that
They don't have it.
yeah, that tipped off something to me. And I don't know. We didn't have a whole lot of conversations like this while we were raising our kids. Most of our kids are pretty much raised at this point. But do the I guess the Y ends or the big bros need to bounce off ideas or have conversations about parenting or disciplining? Because we got those lessons from our elders. Our elders are
Hmm.
the one who say it's better for us for the child, or to say, hey, if you don't nip that in the bud right now, you're gonna be dealing with it years later. Are they not having those conversations? The kids are they their generations after us? Are they not having these
All
conversations saying,
those.
hey, huh?
Oh, go ahead and finish. Go ahead and finish.
Yeah, I gonna say, are they not having these conversations? Are they not looking? Are they
Nope.
just
Nope.
using the internet?
Nope.
And I'm pretty sure they're not.
Nope.
Saying,
Want me to
hey
tell you
man,
why?
what we need to do with this one? Well, I don't know why, but I'm just saying that it's obviously they're not, and they're not looking to the elders for wisdom. Like, man, how you handle this? Hey, this joke, I just can't get this joker to act right. Put them into
Once
boxing, put
again,
them into sports, keep them busy. You know what I'm saying? They're
thank
not
you.
doing
Once again,
that.
the age thing, well, it ain't got to be the age. These parents these days want to be their friend instead of parenting. Yeah, you got to supply the house and food, blah blah blah. But oh, cause your James and Jillian, 12th and 10th grade, and we be going to their football games and stuff like that. And I saw a parent set up there and called her daughter a bitch. Yeah, a bitch and all that. And she was like, Mom, because the parents sit up there and were trying to act like them little bitty teenage girls and stuff instead of
Hmm.
I've
being a
seen
parent.
yeah women do it with their daughters. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 But she
Yeah.
crossed the line
You
when
right.
she called her daughter a bitch and her daughter said, Mom, not in front of
Yeah.
everybody. And
Yeah,
I was
J man,
like,
you're right.
me and Lynn were like, God dang.
You're right. You're
And
right.
she
You're
turned
absolutely
around,
right.
the mama turned around because she was behind us. And she tapped me on the shoulder and she like, Y'all, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. You're right.
You you
I mean,
you
I
called
don't know
your
how many
daughter.
times.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know how many times I've said it to my sons, like when they were coming up, especially once they hit that 13, that teenage era. Like, look, I don't know who you think you're talking to. I ain't your friend. I'm your daddy. Like, it's a big
Hmm.
Right.
difference. you gonna watch your mouth and you're gonna watch your tongue. We done had that conversation about take that bass out your voice and all this. Yeah, I'm your daddy. You go, hey, it's different here.
Mm-hmm.
But
Like
if you don't never tell them
I'm
that, Vincent, they won't never know it. So you got to tell their ass early. And then what's so crazy about it, and you guys got daughters. Tori don't got no daughter, but everybody else got daughters. Um, I got 4 daughters, bro. I don't never remember whooping not one single one of them. Because for them girls, you got an expectation and they love you so much, bro. They don't want to disappoint you. Them LNs and them YNs and them big bros, you can't play with them at
yeah.
all. You can't get ass no leeway. You got to keep your foot on their neck because this something I need you to understand. Paulos, this something because you're in the midst of that. This is the most simple lesson I'm gonna tell you guys when you're dealing with people. Boys bring death to your house, and the worst thing a girl gonna do is bring life to your house. Your daughter just gonna have children. She gonna bring life home. Them big bros, them LNs, them YNs, they will get your shit shot to the fucking ground. They will get killed.
Mm-hmm.
They will get you killed. And this is the craziest shit in the world that I have to tell people all the fucking time. Your children do not love you as much as you love them.
Nope,
They'll go out here
not
in
at
these
all.
streets and do some of the craziest shit in the world and come home like they don't know what the fuck going on. And then before you know it, bullets ringing out like a motherfucker through your goddamn house. And you ask them what's going, Dad, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who that
Yeah, they
is.
don't know shit.
They
I'm
don't know
telling you
shit.
shit.
I go outside, my car scratched the fuck up. My window knocked out the bitch. What the fuck going on? I don't know, Daddy. Who you been into? No, little motherfucker, where you been in my goddamn car?
Yeah, they don't went and did some wild shit in your car.
Wild
Hey,
shit.
Frank, look, that just reminded me. Okay, sorry to cut you off. Let me,
Now
did
go ahead,
y'all,
bro. Go ahead.
I'm gonna see y'all. Let me see if y'all can hear this. Here it is. Hold on, I want to make sure. Here you
Going
go.
through some shit here today, man. Police, all that been at my house today. My nephew, love him to death. I'm on, real talk. I'm on. My nephew come down, visit. I'm trying to help him. You know what I'm saying? Let him use my cars and shit. This motherfucker go out and commit a crime in my goddamn car. My car ain't been involved in no damn crime. The hell you talking about? My nephew, see, he going to have to shut the door. When he did that, I knew he was guilty. I told the police, hold on, just a goddamn second. I'm gonna find out what you want to know. Yeah, talk to me. I can get you out of anything. Goddamn. Let me know what went on. He confessed. He said, I did it. I said, hold on. What you just told me, if you tell that to that police officer out there, everything gonna be all right. He told that to the police officer, and they read him his right. I called my sister, told her, come get this nigga shit out my house right goddamn down. Neighbors looking at me crazy. I worked too goddamn hard to get to where I'm at now. My neighbor looking at me crazy and shit. They were just bragging on me. Now I got the police over here. Shit, you already done called me, Unc, I'm good and shit. I might get burned. Shit, Unc ain't burned you out, nigga. This the end of the crossroads for you, bro. You not coming through. You ain't learning no lesson. I can't handle it. Your mama can't handle it. Your daddy can't handle it. Them motherfuckers in that wheel. I bet you that. He in there telling the officer, yes, sir. You weren't saying yes, sir to me. I'm your Unc. I'm take care of you, nigga. But you tell them goddamn cops, yes, sir, and yes, man. You disrespect.
Hey,
Mhm.
bro, it's funny we talking about that Bubba Dub,
Yeah. But
bro.
he
Hey,
telling
you're
you the
right,
damn
Frank. That
truth, bro.
reminded
Yeah,
me.
Listen,
they
man.
tell 100% true.
Shit.
And see, this the thing. Once they get in that system,
Hey, hey, Bubba Dub said, "You tell me everything, I'm gonna take care of you. Now you tell the officer everything."
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
that but
support
that
that
but that's
message.
the truth, bro. Like, man, you got some people that get it, but you got some people, bro, they just born bad. And like you said, Paulo, like we say all the time, man, some people gotta fall to the wayside for the race to move forward. And that might seem fucked up, but collateral damage is a real thing. Some of these motherfuckers gotta go, or everybody gonna be grouped up the same, man. And it's a work. We can do the best we can. You know your child, Tori, way better than I do. You send your child to Parlos, you know your child some bullshit before he leave the house in the morning. You send him over there to Parlos to make his life a living hell, but then you don't want Parlos to knock the fuck out this little bastard. But you know you can't do nothing with the little motherfucker. That's all I'm saying, man. Just we gotta set forth some ground rules, some boundaries, and stick by 'em. And for God's
Yeah.
sake, man, for God's sake, I've seen some excellent women, and I've seen some women do the best they can. But man, you gotta have a man to raise a man. You can't
For
have no
me to
woman
have the
to
mindset,
raise man.
for me to have the mindset of if I send my kid to Frank's house and I don't want Frank to put his hands on my kid, for me to have that mindset, I better have sent him out the house to where Frank ain't gonna have
You
to.
have
He's
to.
gonna be respectful. He's
He
gonna
gonna
be
do everything
mindful.
right.
He's gonna do he.
That's
Yep.
all I've been
He
trying
ain't
to
gonna.
tell y'all.
Hey, Tori gonna start a school. Tori, we're gonna start a school. What you gonna call it?
Unks and OGs.
Unks and OGs. Hey,
I'm gonna nominate every all 6 of y'all. We all gonna teach them.
they gonna have, hey, bro, they gonna have to sign a waiver because we're gonna bring back corporal punishment in our school, bro.
You don't want
Hey,
me in
no,
your
we
school.
gonna put the badge with Tory class, and he gonna handle them. He gonna love on them.
Cause
We're
see,
gonna let you
you got
love on
that
them.
kid.
See, there you
You
go.
got that
I ain't
kid.
saying nothing
You
about
got
no
that one
loving on
kid.
them.
You know what it is too.
Because
I
see,
ain't
I'm
saying
the
Another
type
nothing
of
about
thing.
it.
parent, like I'm the type of parent. You got that kid, what mama working at the hospital in the evening. She a nurse and she working at Waffle House at night. All right, mom, you ain't got time to deal with it. Don't worry about it. Send him on over here. I'll take care
I
of it.
got him.
I
I
got
got
you.
him.
I got
I
you. I
got
You
him.
know,
got
I
you.
got
another thing back in our era, we did not want to embarrass our family name, which is our mama or daddy. We ain't want that embarrassment on them. So that's where if you seen Big Bad Boss and Daddy show up at that school, oh, somebody ass gonna get whooped.
mm-hmm.
And that's the
Look,
bottom line.
Yeah,
Bottom
look,
line on
yeah.
that shit.
Cause see,
look.
that's what it
Y'all
was.
do
That's
And
why the
she
teachers had the authority
and she be
to put that
representing.
voice in. Yeah,
look.
that's why
Y'all
the
missing
And
teachers
she
had
the
was a
authority to put that
representative. She
respect
get
over there.
you, the friend, and everybody. She would line them up. She'll whoop everybody.
Yeah.
look.
And the teacher
That's
too, if the
that's
teacher say it's wrong. So yeah. So that fear factor and stuff like that, it's a discipline thing. It's a respect thing.
Yeah. You got to have that fear.
That
Go ahead,
respect.
Tori. Go ahead,
No,
Tori.
I get exactly what y'all saying. I'm not saying not whooping kids, and of course, with that old saying, it takes a village, it takes a family. I'm with my
That's what I
family.
said.
I'm with my family disciplining my kid because I know y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got my best interest. I'm just saying that teacher, that stranger, I don't always feel have my best interest. I'm not.
Tory, that
I'm
Wait,
teacher's
not.
not
wait.
a stranger,
hold
bro.
on.
I'm not against.
The
The teacher,
teacher is not a
if my
stranger.
kid,
Not all
if
teachers
yeah,
have best
that's
interest.
no, that's the
Not
problem.
all teachers got what?
You got
Have
to be.
your
He said,
child best interest. Not all teachers have your child best interest. And
no,
it's
that
about
teacher.
the have and the have nots when they get to school. And
Tory,
sometimes
I
At the
promise
point,
you.
my child gets to the grade level of whatever Paulos is teaching, it's my job to make Paulos a part of the circle and a part of the family and a part of my child's life. He go into him every day. He is investing more in my child than I am at that point because the
Mm-hmm.
education is coming mostly from him. I follow up on whatever he is putting into him and
I'm with
making
you
sure he gets the curriculum.
all day
So he's
long. Yes.
more important at that point. How is he not, man, no.
Teachers are not
We
the
got it.
stranger.
We
Them
got
teachers
it.
know them kids' names. Bro, I'm telling you, Tory, we gotta get you volunteer. Uncle OG got to get us to school and volunteer and walk through there with our church. I promise you, bro. Them
I
kids.
don't I'm
Hey,
telling you, not
Mister.
all teachers. And I know some teachers, Paulo. Not
I'm
all of
not
them have
saying.
the best. Some of them treat it as a job. I'm just there, and some of them don't even give the whole
Tory,
point with let me get him out
but
my class. I'm gonna pass him so he'll be in my
Okay.
class next year.
but
And
Tory,
Have
I'm
you let me
did
ask you
they
this. Let
start
me
that
hold on.
way?
Let me ask a question. Let me ask you a
Yeah.
question. Have you ever had a teacher in Christian's life that you felt that way about?
no, no, not in that
My
point
point.
because
Okay, so
hold on, but
your
I've
point,
seen
your
in
point,
other
you
cases though.
take that point you was
Because
making and throw
I'm
it in the
different.
garbage.
I'm different because I got to know them, but I still didn't trust them whooping on my child. I understand
Tori,
my
Tori,
surrounding.
wait a minute. I'm confused. So, do you think they got some freaky deaky shit going
They
on? They
want to
whoop
beat
your
your
child?
children.
I'm confused as to who you think
Well, first of all, we'll
wake up
start
and
And
like
want
it's
to
this.
really
just beat your
Look, look,
child.
elementary school,
look,
sorry.
hold
It's
on, hold on.
elementary school. It didn't happen in high school. It's really elementary
It was
school.
most elementary school, yeah.
Nobody got corporal punishment in high school that I'm aware of. It was elementary school, first kindergarten through 6 or 7.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what happens now, Tori, that did never happen when we was in school? Now,
Prayer.
Carlos, hell no. Carlos, Jermaine, Lewis, Vincent, y'all get together and whoop my ass. But you never seen Lewis try to fight goddamn no teacher. Period. These little motherfuckers don't want to
Yeah,
fight me. They'll whoop the teacher ass.
they
Well,
will
you're
try to
right.
fight.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. That goes back to what
What
we're saying. That
motherfucker
respect.
14 years old want to fight a woman? These motherfuckers come to school and try to jump on the woman teacher. What? Call her bitches and hoes. Bro, I've never seen that done when we was in school. Never.
Yeah, you
Never,
think your
ever.
kid go to school and gonna call a teacher a bitch or a hoe and she ain't gonna put that glove on their head? Man, stop.
That's unrealistic.
She's supposed to.
Yeah,
She
I'm
it's
supposed to.
telling you, the
unrealistic.
rules have changed. My kid don't told me some stuff I could not believe, like cussing in school and stuff like that.
Yeah, and
The teacher
and,
just
and
brush
to
it
be
off
and
and
to
stuff.
be yeah, and to be fair to the kid, it is not the majority of the kids that are doing that. It's not the
Right.
majority of the kids. It's I can't put a whole number on it at this point, but it's not the majority of kids. But those kids influence the other kids
That's
who
exactly.
normally wouldn't be so as challenging or as difficult because we do realize there's a lot of kids who are followers, and I've witnessed the followers kids. Because if I get in those, troublemakers ass from the beginning, they cool. Everybody else, it levels everybody else out. But if those kids get a little bit away, the kids who normally sit down, instead of them sitting down, they might get up and start trying to move around. They're
It's
moving in
been
the
that
school,
way.
they're moving around.
It's
So
been always been that way. You eliminate that bad kid or eliminate the bully from the situation. The rest of them fall in line.
That's
Like
why
you
capital
eliminate the problem.
punishment. That's why capital punishment need to be installed. And not saying capital punishment has to be physical. Capital punishment need to be okay. If your son do anything wrong to her, I'm gonna send him home with you from day moving forward. You need to get rid of these motherfuckers. Don't give them 15 different chances to show you the same attitude.
Exactly, man.
Paulo,
God
they come
damn
in. I
it.
got 30 kids
Ooh,
in Paulo's class. Two of these motherfuckers don't know how to act. They won't be back tomorrow. You gonna be at home with your mom and your daddy. Your auntie, your cousin, quit. Goddamn, I don't give a fuck what you gonna do. But them two ain't finna stop these 28.
You know
And
what they
that's
gonna
what
do?
we
You know what they
that's,
gonna
Let me
do,
tell you,
Frank?
that's
They
what
gonna
we
fill
I'm
them
gonna
finna
right
talk
back
do.
about
up
it.
the next day.
I'm gonna talk
No,
about it
I'm
now
talking
because
about put their ass out.
we all grown. Tori, you remember in elementary school, Travaris? You remember Robert Hamlet? You
Yeah, I
remember
remember.
Coach Rucker?
Yep.
Do you remember the incident with Robert Hamrick and Travaris and Coach Rucker?
Oh yeah.
When they kept on wanting to fight. They kept on. Coach Rucker said, "All right, y'all want to fight so bad." Coach Rucker took them in his office. All right, y'all go ahead. Do whatever y'all gonna do. They beat the fuck out of each other in there. When they finished, Coach Rucker beat the fuck out both of
Sound about right to
them and
me.
whooped their ass in their class. Yep. And you ain't that problem, it was over with. Done and over with.
Sound about right to me.
Sound good to me.
See
Different time.
them grown man decisions, Vincent. You hear what I'm telling you?
Yeah, yeah.
Them
Tori,
grown
Tori
man
coming up there
decisions.
to fight. Tori, are you gonna come up there and fight Coach 1-on-1? Or are you bringing your
No,
pistol?
no, no, no. I mean that's what
Cause he
happened.
let your son, fight, and your son get beat up. Then he whoop your son ass too. Now you want to fight the coach?
Okay, okay. Y'all putting it like this. I'm throwing another scenario. Okay, just say the coach let my two sons fight. That one kid breaks my son's nose. So I'm a working parent. I don't have insurance. So now I got to go to Grady. Now I got to go to Grady and sit there all night because my son's nose is broke.
No, that
I
ain't
mean,
what
Wait,
happened,
wait, wait,
Tori.
wait.
no. That
Tori,
can't
that ain't
happen
what
though.
Tori,
Okay,
that ain't what
okay,
happened.
Tori.
That can't happen.
Okay,
That
Okay,
let me
but
can't
tell
let
you
me.
what
happen.
happened.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Let him
Let,
finish.
let
Let
me
him finish this, and then
That,
because
that
I
can't
want
happen.
to answer
yourself
that
right in.
first.
Okay,
Go
that
ahead,
can't
Frank.
happen. So so I'm just trying to say, hypothetically, he let him fight. and the one get the best of him and breaks my son's nose. You get what I'm saying? Breaks his nose. So now my son got a nose broken. I don't have insurance, so now I got to go sit at Grady all night because my son can barely eat out of, can barely breathe.
So
Got to get medical. Got to pay for the
But
medication.
Tori,
So who
Tori,
gonna pay for that?
go ahead,
that's your fault, Tori. You know why that's your fault?
Hold up, it's my fault.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know why that's your fault?
Oh,
No,
it
Tori,
was my fault.
let
Okay,
me
go
help
ahead.
you to understand something. Let me help you understand something. See, and Tori, don't take this the wrong way. Can you please not take this the wrong way?
But
And
don't
I
say
No,
it.
take it the wrong way.
Watch
and
how
I
you say
no,
it. Then I probably will. Watch how you say it.
because all of us basically, except for listen now, honestly, all of us
Thank you.
basically have lived this life except for Lewis and J Main. So when I be talking in life, a lot of time I want you guys to know I'm never pointing fingers or talking about nobody. I be talking about me. It'll sound similar, and you're getting your feelings about it, but I'm not talking about you. I be talking about me. Most of the time, women that raise little boys, those little boys be emotional like the mama. They don't be rational like the daddy. If your son got his ass beat and got his nose broke, that's because he spent too much time with his mama and not his daddy. Because if he spent time with his daddy, he would survey the situation and quickly realize this nigga right here might beat my motherfucking ass. So I might need to go another route about what I'm finna get into. And just in case he want to be aggressive and get in there and get his ass beat, you just got your ass beat. And you just got your goddamn nose broke. And I just gotta go to the hospital, watch you goddamn, and I'm gonna be on your ass. It ain't that I'm gonna goddamn congratulate you. I'm gonna be on your ass because I'm a father, not the mama. The mama gonna go there and babysit you. My baby this, my baby that, my baby this, my baby that.
Yep.
No, the daddy gonna go there like, nigga, I can't believe you got me at this hospital all night long and you don't let this nigga broke your goddamn nose. Them two different conversations, Tori. Two different conversations. So that shit
yeah.
turns into my fault because I didn't do my job. I got a son that he spent so much time with his mama. His mama ain't gonna teach him how to protect himself. His mama gonna teach him how to run his goddamn mouth. And the
Yeah.
boy that goddamn broke his goddamn nose, he's right around his dead because while you talking, he don't went in your shit. So do your goddamn job.
Yeah.
That's why your son laying there with a goddamn
I
nose
agree.
broke.
Now, let me ask you this. Hold on. My take on it. Just say even if Pops did his job, right?
Mm-hmm.
So every dog got his day. I
Yep.
done took some ass whippings, I done gave some.
Pretty,
Now,
plenty.
when I took an ass whipping, uh, it ain't nobody fault but mine for losing. Um, it ain't Coach Rucker fault. It ain't nobody else's fault. Cause you lucky Coach Rucker was there, and maybe or the coach or whoever was there, and that's all he got was his nose broke. Cause if he was at Hightower train station, if he was at Oakland City train station, ain't nobody stopping this shit. They might have
Throw your
stumped his
ass
ass
on the
into
train, goddamn track.
stumped
Yeah,
his
but
ass into
on
a. But
yeah.
you, as a dad, you gonna worry. Oh, my baby, he got his nose broke. He got in a fight. He
Yeah,
got
that shit
punched in the
down.
fucking face.
Or
And
shut your damn mouth.
Right. Yeah, that's what
yeah,
Tori. I'm trying to figure out how you blame the coach for your son's decision to fight. He didn't make the fight. He said he didn't put him in the room and say, y'all niggas better fight or I'm gonna whoop your ass. No, your son wanted to fight. Probably over some dumb shit.
Well,
It
Why?
always,
no,
it's
no, no, no,
always
no,
some
no, no,
dumb
no, no.
shit.
I'm saying at that point, the way Vincent said, he put them in the room and say, "Hey, y'all go
cause
at it."
But
look,
Hell,
they
hell,
but,
you
but
been
you
in
that
didn't
there.
have
whole
he didn't have to
no,
fight.
you
No,
throwing out the whole
hold
first
on,
part of the conversation. For
hold
But
on.
why
3 days, this had been going on for 3 days,
I
and
know.
then this particular day, Coach Rucker had us all day. That
Yeah,
whole
I
day,
get you,
they
man.
at
But
it,
at
they
that
at it,
point,
they at it.
if me and you in the room and somebody, coach, I'm gonna have to fight, regardless if I don't want. At
no,
that
you
point,
don't.
Well,
probably
you know,
somebody's not backing down at that particular point.
No, bro.
See,
That that
All
that
look,
of
you
them,
that's
you hold
I'm not
on,
backing down at
stop,
that
that's
point.
stop.
that emotion
You're
that
missing the
Frank was
point.
talking
I'm
about, bro.
not
You're
That's
backing down
that's
missing
at
a
the
that
point.
point.
why.
You
No,
understand? You know,
why?
see why I'm going on, Mike.
that's that emotion.
Hold on.
Yep.
I'm not
Fighting
backing
some
down at that
Yeah,
point. If you're gonna put both of
you're
us in the
missing the
room,
point. You're
I
missing the
get
point.
what
that's
you're saying.
emotional.
They were
Look,
gonna
y'all
fight.
missing the point. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
They were
You
gonna
speaking
fight
from
regardless. They were going to. It was going to happen, right? The
Yeah.
coach, put them in a safe environment. If it's gonna happen, at least I'm gonna be here to make sure don't nobody get killed.
Mhm.
If
Let
y'all
me
want to get it off
supervise
your
this
chest,
shit.
get it off your chest right here while I got eyes on you. See, you're not gonna look at it from that point. That's your emotion. I agree with what they say. And your feelings about it.
I'm just tell y'all, I just put another spin on it. I'm not with saying fight. I mean, matter of fact, I told y'all the whole situation when I got the fight with Muzan and Dorito. They put us in the room. Coach said, y'all go at it. And me and Dorito got the fight. You get what I'm saying?
And it's the coach's fault. You blame the coach for that?
No, I'm not blaming the coach for that point. I'm just trying to say I ain't back down at that point. I'm just saying in the worst case scenario.
Why you even in the room for the fact of the matter, Tori? Why? Where's the intelligence come in? Why are you even in the room to fight? Why did y'all even want to fight?
Well,
Bullshit. Bullshit.
That's what I'm saying.
It's always bullshit. But I'm just saying.
But that's what I'm saying, Tori.
But you was at that particular point, Paulo. Me as a guy, I'm in the room. I'm not gonna back down at that particular point. Only reason I said about the Coach Rucker thing, Vince, I said worst case scenario, one of the kids' nose can get broke, and then I said and I get y'all what y'all saying. As a father, you gonna say he learned this lesson, but I'm trying to tell you, 9 times out of 10, it's most single mothers out there than fathers in their lives. So likely
that's not the reason his nose was broken. The reason it started way before then. Toward the foundation was crumbled.
Emotion.
It was shaky.
Look,
that's
Frank
the point they were making.
No,
it was emotion. They kids,
Frank,
they all operating off emotion.
So now he got to know because he was emotional. Because
why was he fighting, Tor? Why
Paulo,
just
Paulo.
really break it down to you.
Hey, Paulo.
I don't understand how you don't understand.
Sorry.
Y'all let J-Man say what
Frank said it best, and y'all said it best. What is the solution for your child? Because it sounds like your child, your golden kid, what is the solution for me disciplining, for Jermaine to discipline? How can I discipline yours? I'm sending out a letter because I'm a certified asshole whooper. So I'm sending out a letter to all of the parents. And now that letter done got to you. On there, I want you to explain in a paragraph. Oh, your child gonna get disciplined. I don't care. Your child gonna get disciplined. How can I discipline your child? I don't care if it's sitting down talking to him. Do you want me to buy him a teddy bear and I buy a good time we sing Kumbaya, or something wet? How can I discipline in my classroom, not your kid classroom, my classroom, and he disruptive? How can I discipline your child? Write it on that piece of paper for me. Go.
I'm not gonna have a problem in the first place, Jermaine, because my child ain't gonna get in your class acting fool.
Write it on there, man. Write it. Let me hear it.
I can't even pretend that way because my child ain't gonna be that way from the beginning.
First they call me. You got a problem. I got it. I'll be
write it down. I'm listening. I need to see it. Write it down.
Jermaine, you asked that question. You the one just said that you was a problem child in school.
And I got discipline for it.
You just said.
Remember, I had a mama and a daddy and an auntie and cousin. I got disciplined. Hell, I got beat up in school for it too.
Well, what's happening? Well, what's happening now? What happens is when they put in that scenario, the teacher just put them out the class. Now they ain't getting no discipline from nowhere. Nobody want to deal with them. Get your child and take him on back home with you.
Lost.
Because ain't nobody gonna deal with him since you don't want nobody to. Bingo.
Yeah. You got 0 right there.
Bingo.
That's a loser. Nobody
you gotta remember.
Your child.
You gotta remember. Is it still 16 now? You grown at 18, but 16. So your kid is borderline. So your kid is 16 now, and he acting crazy. Oh boy.
I'll put his ass out.
Bye-bye.
You out of here.
Well,
in the
school.
My kid was a good kid. It's a good kid. No, hell he ain't. He or she is not. That's why I kicked the old bastard out.
That reputation follows them kids, man. You think them teachers don't talk? Soon as that kid move from one class to the next, that teacher already know. They don't want to deal with his ass either. First sign of trouble, get your ass out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Look
Hey,
at Lean
bro.
on me when Joe Clark said that's why I kicked them bastards out because one
Yeah.
bad apple do spoil the whole bunch. How about 200 of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get
Whereas
their ass
I'm
up out of
saying
there.
I'm the
Thank you,
total
thank you.
opposite. No, I ain't gonna. I'll put him out of there if the parent got that approach. But other than that, no, bring him on. I got you. I take care of this for you.
Vince, I'm
Worry
putting his
about
ass out. I'm gonna tell you why I'm putting him out. Okay, Paulo said he got 30 kids in there. And if this little bastard get away with doing anything, the other 20, at least 20, gonna try that same shit. You remember
it.
last week when we was talking to Paulo, he said that little girl kept asking, hey, I need to go to the bathroom. Hey, I need to go to the bathroom. Hey, I need to go to the bathroom. Then all of a sudden, she tell me she don't feel good, she need to go to the clinic. She trying to get out of that class to go around now with another little boy. You know what would have happened fucking with Frank? Her ass would have been suspended. You got to set the example for other people to see. And I'm going to suspend your ass
Mhm.
publicly because I need everybody to see what happened when you fuck with me. If you come with me with this game, if you come up with me trying to fight your ass out of him, I'm getting rid of your ass publicly. See, we ain't doing no
Mhm.
private shit because you know in school now, you can't discuss what you did with this child to that child. I'm getting away with all that shit. That shit is over. See, when you do shit in
I'm
the
gonna,
dark, man, you're doing this bullshit in the dark and don't nobody know it exists.
yeah,
So I
I'm gonna
got to
tell you.
get
That's
rid of
one thing I
50
used to love.
trees.
God rest his soul. That one thing I used to love about Coach
Mr.
Shelby. Coach
Robinson.
Shelby had no problem.
Oh, Coach
Coach
Shave.
Shelby
I
had
think
no
about Mr.
problem with
Robinson.
making the example out your ass,
Quick,
and
Yeah.
everybody knew. He
quick,
had no problem with it. But
quick.
you learned a lesson within his teaching. It
Hmm.
was a method to his madness.
Mr. Robinson was like that too. Embarrass the shit out of you. Ms. Winfrey, give him 5 days. And everybody know
Quick,
it, 5 days. So you
quick.
got to tighten up when you see him.
Yeah.
I'm talking about get your ass 5 days like he talking about 5 minutes. Man, how the hell I'm gonna go home and explain to my mom I got 5 days? Well, son, I don't know what you're gonna do, but get him out of here.
Get him out of here.
I saw that
T1 and
man
Yeah,
T2.
suspend some. I saw
yeah.
Mr. Robinson suspend somebody for the next year. It was the last day of school,
We
and
had
Buddy was acting up. So
I
it's
don't know about
disciplining.
y'all. We had community. We had like community network of teachers. You had
Yeah, yeah.
names. I'm gonna call names. Mr. Hayes would talk to you. Mr. Hayes, hey man, come here. And he'd sit down and
Mm.
he'd talk to you. So Shelby, don't embarrass you.
The fuck
Hmm.
out you.
I had I had Sergeant Phillips. Hey, you were scared of him. That
Mhm.
little motherfucker would get off in your ass. That's what
Quick,
you scared of.
quick. And would tell your ass, hey man, my check good. I'm retired. I just come up here
Yep.
and do this bullshit.
Yep. Yep.
And believe it or not, I had Mr. Davis
The
because I
band,
was in
Mr.
the
Davis?
band.
Yeah.
Yes, because he
Yeah.
called me a rotten kid,
Mr.
but
Davis, yeah.
he said he was gonna write a book when I leave about me, and it was gonna be a bestseller. And he said he would not give up on me because he knew I come from good stock. Because of that, Uncle Fernando and Palos right there. But like I said, there's a difference between class clowning and stuff and nowadays, you know.
That's the difference. The respect
Yeah.
it was still there. Respect was
Yeah,
still
even with a
there.
class clown, he was
Yeah.
he's a respectful
You
teacher.
can tolerate the class clown. It's
Yeah,
that
he
Yeah.
just trying to
disrespect.
be funny. And he
Yeah.
ain't
He's trying to be funny.
disrespectful.
Yeah. He ain't
Yeah.
getting up running around trying to
Yeah,
hurt
he
us
ain't
Cause
and
see,
not
he ain't
Jermaine,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
talk
I
shit.
knew
you had
I
the
knew them
stigma.
buttons to push.
Teachers that
I
had the
knew I
stigma
knew
of
them
Jermaine, you
buttons.
play too much.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
That was
bro.
it.
But
Then
you
You
you.
play too much.
Hey, guys. Y'all know, and we got to wrap it up. We almost at 2 hours. But you know how you have you used to have the angel and the devil on your shoulder. Then that little devil be
Yeah.
telling you, hey, that little joke up on that chair, just stick your foot out and just push it over one time. Just push it over and let him bust his ass, bro. Every day I gotta fight that devil because the day the little boy took his shoes off, when nobody on the back row, he gonna run across the back row of the chairs. I'm just, bro. The devil was telling me just flip one of them chairs over and let his ass just tumble all over there. But I was like, that's why I'm saying I can't
You'll never
keep in
teach
this.
again.
Bro, then they gonna give me a charge. I'm gonna catch a charge. So that's what I'm saying, bro. I gotta
Yeah.
focus on the kids who want to, who open to it, and that little, when I see his ass on
And
tomorrow,
that's what makes it
his
hard,
ass
man.
gonna be in
That's
the
what makes
corner.
it hard
He
on the
gonna be in
teacher.
the corner
That makes it
where I can keep my eye on him. And again, I'm to the point where I'm gonna make his ass sit outside the door in the chair. Let me know when you're ready, brother.
Teachers
And then,
teachers
hey,
have a very difficult job these days because of the
Yeah.
way
I
it's structured now.
that's what I'm saying. Little
let's
dude, he
have some
But I
funny,
last
get
but
your
words.
point.
all
Hmm.
right,
Let's
go
have
ahead,
some
Wayne.
last words.
Wayne.
Frank, let's have
Hey,
some last
Jim.
words.
Okay, gentlemen. Like I said, man, I enjoy it every time we get together. I and the reason why I enjoy it because we get together, man. We had some topics today that we were gonna discuss, and it,
Three of
I,
them.
and I don't even know what the damn topics were. We got so enthralled in this. And guys, I appreciate it. Paulos, I appreciate your honesty. Tori, I even appreciate your honesty, bro. That's what makes us unique because we don't think the same. Everybody got their own approach. I love you guys, man. I can't wait till we do this again on next Tuesday. Take out Vincent. We're gonna go Vincent, Tori, J Main, Carlos, and we're gonna let Uncle Lou close it out. So take out Vincent.
Man, I appreciate the conversation. I was talking to another friend, and I'm always on the community building and brotherhood and all that stuff and talk about it. But I'm telling you, last week, dude, I got tired. I told my buddy, I said, hey, man, I'm done. He was like, what you mean, man? I said, man, I'm gonna keep my head down and mind my business. He said, nah, man, don't do that. Don't do that. I said, man, I'm tired of like pushing because it's difficult. It's hard. Um, it's like people don't trust each other. People don't love each other like enough anymore. And you can't love somebody if you don't trust them. So it makes it difficult. And I don't think we'll ever get over this hump. It's like we hit this hump that we just can't get past of building this community and this network. Yeah, I just don't think it's gonna happen. But the more I talk to y'all, the more I get back to gotta keep pushing, gotta keep trying, and hopefully we'll get there.
Yeah. Triple OG.
Um, I know we always see different, and I'm gonna have my opinion. Y'all gonna have y'all opinion, but at the end of the day, it's all love.
Hmm.
That's all I got.
J Main.
Yes, Lord. One Tori, I admire you, man. I love you, man, because you keep people on their toes and stuff. And yeah, we don't disagree. I mean, it's a podcast. That's what it's for. And Vincent, you don't gave me a new topic. I'm gonna have to start writing down some stuff from what you just said. So next week I got a topic for you, and it's gonna be a good one if we can stick to it. I love you
Yeah.
guys. See you next week when I
All
when
right.
I have all the points. Yeah.
Carlos. Talk to the people.
All right. Hey, once again, fellas, this was therapeutic to me. Yesterday, I had 4 days in. I was like, I ain't studying them little bastards. But today was the best, much better day. Got some things accomplished with some kids who was open to it. So again, it's if it was easy, everybody be doing it. So although I ain't going back to the school because I'm looking for different experiences. I appreciate you guys letting me decompress and get some of this stuff off my chest because I can't touch them children now, not yet, not
Hmm.
yet. But when I leave, yeah, definitely they gonna get the business.
Uncle Lou.
Man, great topic, great conversation. Um, let's continue to love our children, love our grandchildren. Main thing, I think, Frank, you said something about your three daughters. Um,
Four.
about four daughters. I'm sorry, yeah, I forgot. I be forgetting. You got one more than me.
Hmm.
Um, about because I think about the same thing. I be telling Tia all the time. I'm like, man, I'm scared for my children to get. I mean, not my children, my girls to get married. I'm like, I don't know if it's if the right guy out there.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm
It's
trying to
like,
tell you
man,
that shit.
it's scary. It's scary as hell, man. And and I tell all three of my daughters, I'm your boyfriend until
Hmm.
I'm your husband until
Yeah.
don't you settle for anything. Don't you think that you have to do something for one of these knucklehead boys just to get love. I'm gonna give you
Hmm.
all the love you need. You know, between myself, your brothers, your grandfathers, your uncles, whoever, you know, from a man's side. You
Yeah.
know, I don't want them to ever feel like they have to deal with bullshit, man, because whew, this, you know, it's these guys, some of these young men. I mean, it's some good men out there. There's some great young men out there. Please let me make that statement. There's some great young men out there, but there's some knuckleheads out there that just lazy,
Mhm.
disrespectful, don't give a damn.